Some afraid of cutlass, some afraid of gun. Just mention a slingshot and iron the run. Cause if a stone dent in your eye, it's blind you blind, or you might die. And I do one dead like Goliath. I rather meet me dead fighting a pussycat. Them woman the slingshot, them never home. Always by the bus stop looking for stone. Bring back out them dancing with gramophone. Get you on the dance floor, they ducking bone.
Man, you lick it up already. You mash it up again. You ain't going to get this no more. I want to keep from stone. Yo. She gon' wake me up since 4 o'clock. Right, pant up the that. She said she put one in breakdown. She want me fix it, to be open the bonnet for me to see what's answered. When me check the carburetor, a screw was lacking, so me take the screwdriver, me screw it back in. When me check the distributor, current is flowing, me get in and swing the engine. Me get it started, hear what she's telling me, very softly. Hey, she want don't bust me engine, don't bust me engine, don't bust me engine. Hear me, it's just engine. Said I move from second gear, straight to third gear. When I touch the foot beat, she begging me please. Hey, she want don't bust me engine, don't bust me engine, don't bust me engine. Hear me, it's just engine.
No massive, no massive. Are you feeling fine? Are you feeling fine? No massive, no massive. Put the ranks them high, put the ranks them high and tell them we no one on top. Tune in at the place, just give me the rhythm. Don't wind on me waist, we no one on top. Tune in at the place, just give me the rhythm. Don't wind on me waist. This a brand new style, it's wicked and wild. Get the people moving all over the place. Yes, you want a trade, just speed up the pace. For this carnival, listen to the dance. Wait a new band pattern for the back and I don't sell them. We no want to stop. Tune in at the place, just give me the rhythm. Don't wind on me waist. We no want to stop. Tune in at the place, just give me the rhythm. Don't wind on me waist. Let me see you jump up. Let me see you wind up. Let me see you jump up. Let me see you ranks up in the air. Jump up. Let me see you wind up. Let me see you jump up.
Taking you back to the future. This is how we do it. Boom 1069.
With your mama see. Oh, you look so fine, so pretty girl. Go to me, step by step. You and me, one on one. Grind it, grind it. Turn the boom see, swing the boom see. Come baby, grind it, grind it. Turn the boom see, swing the boom see. Riding the bumper, moving like a tractor. Pushing, jamming harder. Riding, getting sweeter. This sweetness just got me walking like a crazy. Now I'm getting busy, jamming it steady. Grind it, grind it. Turn the boom see, swing the boom see. Grind it, grind it. Turn the boom see, swing the boom see. Come on, come on, my baby. Come on, come on, my baby. Not the only man who sees you, girl. But glad I am the one to hold you now. Come on, baby, let's get closer. On your butt, no retreat. One on one, grind it, grind it. Turn the boom see, swing the boom see. Grind it, grind it.
OMG in the morning. Morning.
This is time to misbehave. Come inside this party jam. This is time to carry on with. Hold your partner around their place. Let them know you have good taste. Exercise your waist. Muscle now. All the girls in the short pants. Let go your pride. Come in the jam. Come from short mini. Wassy, passy, come back and face it. Raise up a leg, let me see you. Raise up a leg. Do it. Raise up a leg, let me see you. Raise up a leg. Sexy girls. Jump and jump and jump and spin up. Jump and jump and jump. Give me. Jump and jump and jump and spin up. Jump and jump and follow the doctor. Wind go back so. Wind go back so. Let me see you. Wind go back so. Wind go back so. No, up front. Jump and come in. Jump and come in. Come up front. Jump and come in. Let me see them sexy girls. Let me see them sexy girls. Sexy girls. Ladies, do the competition start. And you know what? It's bam bam time. So formalin, 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 formalin. Vincent and Grenadians, Trinidadians, come. Let me see your rolly bam bam now, now. Because this year bam bam on your mind. So come and join the line and wine. Let me go. One, watch the bam bam roll. The bam bam juke it, juke the bam bam day. Vincent Jones, Dominicos, Antigos, Trinidadians, more. Watch the bam bam, look it, the bam bam, roll it, roll the bam bam day. Caribbean girls them like the bam bam fest. All day in the street they ain't tired yet. In the poop shot they come out to play. Give them some rule let the thing go lay. One, watch the bam bam mode. Roll the bam bam, wind it, clap the bam bam day. Barbados, Cebu shots, Tiki shots, Trinidadians, mode. Watch the bam bam, look it, slap it, slap the bam bam day.
All them men running from this can tell them they scared of them, afraid them. But let them run, I'll add them to my collection. I love me action, no satisfaction. I am not so choosy. Once they have good body, I will clean them up, fix them up. You might think I'm crazy. When I'm out to party, I go jam them, run them, north, south, east, west. Look at Skettle Day, don't let she get away. Any night or day, I come out to play. Bring this Skettle now, I don't feel no how. I'll keep them in line and give them a good time. My friends them watching me, they think that I'm crazy, but I don't give a dime. They do me no harm. Don't they if they ugly, just bring them to me. I go jam them, ram them, north, south, east, west. Some of them don't want to see them in the day, but when I come, they run them down. But I line with them anytime, anywhere. I'm friendly with anybody. When them men refuse them, I will gladly use them to make my night, make my day. I don't care if they fat, I don't care if they thin. I go jam them, run them, north, south, east, west. Look at Skettle Day, don't let she get away. Any night or day, I come out to play. Bring this Skettle now, I don't feel no how. I'll keep them in line and give them a good time. My friends them watching me, they think that I'm crazy, but I don't give a dime. They do me no harm. Don't they if they
ugly, just bring them to me. I go jam them, ram them, north, south, east, west.
Serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
When your money cheating, baby come wake up on him. We no be keep it a secret. Make him know say I'm me. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Mash up it and mash up him head when them ears him best. Yeah, I work and can't concentrate. All the things him girl did I give me all it. When your money cheating, baby come wake up on him. We no be keep it a secret. Make him know say I'm me. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Mash up it and mash up him head when them ears him best. Yeah, I work and can't concentrate. All the things him girl did I give me all it. Boy, tear up the sheets and dash for the bed. Why regret the DM go be a maid. When your man give up on my girl, yeah, you know you can't call me. When your money cheating, baby come wake up on him. We no be keep it a secret. Make him know say I'm me. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Bun for bun, get time for have fun. Left your man and come for round. Baby, come over here, pop. Sit, then we sit. I'm a rubbing by you. Then you stop. Right from my fingertip. Then me stop. Girl, me feel like that. Box in your face when my girl had a prince of ooh, yeah. If you take all of it, when you show your breathing, girl. Girl, don't queen like a washing machine.
Yo, I'm a fit. Me grab it, well I smoke. Me think, me start for more. Me have work for you do, but I no chores. Me have no plans, I know that alone. When me brace up on the door, mash up, then it's sure you a surgical course. You give me stop the joke. Catch it on my phone, video with a makeup.
Put my them down in. She a say it's sweet though. Said it's sweet. She said, yeah. Come on, put it in to Jesus.
Me alone in the dark room. I'm not nobody to talk to. Just me, myself, and I and my shadow. Lights out. It's the darkest time for me. Lights out. My two hands out, but I just can't feel. Lights out. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Everything seems blank, just I think, oh. Forget myself out of this dark up till dusk. Me see good friends gone, girl we did close. I just life let nature take its course. Yo, it hurt me the most, but then me stick to the dream, cause we been close. Think me woulda dead or in a jail by now. Thank God me fine now. Say I'm me alone in the dark room. I'm not nobody to talk to. Just me, myself, and I and my shadow. Lights out. It's the darkest time for me. Lights out. My two hands out, but I just can't feel. Lights out. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's a dark room like lonely and cold like ice. Only person know my pain is me and Christ. Everybody want me meet, I just deceit and lies. Nobody know want be real and pay the price. Yesterday I couldn't even find the peaceful rise. Pinch me if me asleep, cause this can be real life. Smoke weed so you can see the pain in all my eyes. It alone can shut up this little demon voice. I'm in the dark room, just don't know what to do. Wise but no playful, can't make them screw. I'm in the dark room, just don't know what to say. I'm here.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, Mario, man. Mario is in a high spirit today.
Hey. Okay. This mic playing up in it. Shady, you might have adjust the volume there.
Yeah, you got
this guy.
Man, it's Boom FM in the morning, man. I see some persons already logging to our live stream. You know, big up Bart as usual, Bernadette, and all the others who have tuned in so far. We have a special one today. Mario's in the house. DJ Shady is in the house. Mario, what's up, man?
Big up, but I met one of your brother yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but.
Jesus, bro. What's happening there, boy?
Your family, is Lenny, man? Lenny?
Alexander too? Are you into show?
Oh, you know everybody?
No, well, Oscar and Alexander.
All right.
Yeah, man. If you're just leaving home for work, good morning. If you're already in a van going to work, if you're driving, you know, really good morning.
Yeah, man, good morning to the security
morning.
guards, the joggers on the outside. You know, the folks that jog in any weather.
Oh, geez, you know? Good boy. There's a guy named Haslam. Big Haslam.
Those are to be married. Married people.
I'm telling you.
Just want to get away.
Let's try to take
Good morning, Charlie.
Early morning break. You're like, you know what?
Yeah, man.
Handle this yet, you know. Let me roll.
Now, really, we have so much to cover today, man.
Serious?
Much to cover. Yeah.
We cover anything like a sheet.
Like a sheet, man.
Tell us.
I don't know if you saw a news story yesterday that a young lady, a 13-year-old, is missing again. So Raja Ford of Riley Village is trying to locate her 13-year-old daughter, Sudani Kodogan. Kodogan, a student of the JP Eustace Memorial Secondary School, has not returned home since Monday. Since Monday morning to the Maurice Village home that she's living with her mom. And persons are still concerned about all these,
Missing
children
kids,
keeps going missing, and they're turning up, and then there's no real explanation. The public is interested in what is happening, but nobody seems to give an explanation about what is happening there. So basically, we have to hope the best for this young lady. We hope she is reunited with her family soon. But beyond that, I think some persons have concern that sometimes these, I'm not saying in this case, but these young ladies tend to run away from home, and at this age, I think is a critical age for I have a teenage daughter.
Yeah,
I don't look like a I look like a teenager myself.
Well, you're young in the business.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At this age, to me, there's a lot of problem that these children face. They want to explore, they want to maybe meet persons, and they feel like they're trapped inside their home. I don't know. You have.
Well, I've got kids that are they're past the teenage years, but I hear what you're saying, but is it a matter of communication between the parents and the kid, or is it because I don't want to be presumptuous and say this or that or the other, but it is a concerning situation that there seems to be a trend, and what is causing the trend? Is it similar circumstances leading to these people to these kids trying around and explore? Is it a social media thing?
I think it's a mixture, you know what I mean, because even from a parent perspective, sometimes these parents, they do all they can, they give all they can to ensure that the child is taken care of and make sure she's safe. But sometimes they get caught up with friends. They might start to talk to somebody online, and this person is encouraging them to, what I mean. But when you have a child 13 years old, and she's away from home, you know what I mean, I'm just very, very hopeful that something bad doesn't happen to her. But when you have a child like that age and she left home, when she show up, and there should be, a sort of push to find out where this child was, who in whose care this child was, and if somebody was exploiting that child, they should be held responsible.
Well, that's why they say it takes a village, right? Because I mean, neighbors back in the day would have been congregating and search. Everybody would have been involved. And that in itself used to lead to a lot of people being either found or coming back and stuff like that. But it's kind of a solitary life that everybody lives now.
Right.
No one's really in anybody else's business. And
I know everybody's tend to just hold their own peace.
Yeah.
But this is a 13-year-old, school child. She attended the Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And as they said, they haven't heard from her. Since Monday.
Yeah.
The police was informed, but they were told they have to wait 24 hours, to report that child missing. And that's the next thing too, sometimes when a child goes missing between a few hours. It's difficult. It's difficult because for the police, from the police angle, they would want to ensure that this child is really missing, or rather than just start going all about going haywire, because a lot of persons be reporting these things, and sometimes the child, you know what I mean,
by the neighbor, by the cousin, or just ran away.
Of
course.
So if anyone, I would like to issue it early. If anyone, you see a young lady, basically look around 13, sort of straight. They said she was still in her uniform, wearing her school uniform, white blouse and green skirt, when she left home. So, just asking the public to have an eye out. What is the shading?
And they have this, I think it's Instagram or Facebook page that they,
Yeah, they have a Facebook page.
Yeah,
it's
you could see the amount of big man.
Yeah. It's like I
knowing
think
the age. Personally, I will tell them they they underage.
Yeah.
Guys will still.
They have a page right there.
Pursue
them. I think you call that catfishing. It's like you're talking to
Mario.
Right. It's like you're talking to Mario, and Mario is you already tell Mario 10 years old, but Mario is still pursuing that.
Yeah.
So they have a Facebook page that is kind
To
of
see the amount
targeting,
of guys.
and it's a lot of folks.
They,
in
they,
it.
they screenshot
I'm
the
telling you.
conversation and post them.
Yeah, they even had a police officer one time as well.
So wait, I mean, I'm just trying to absorb this so that I can. So there's a Facebook page that details predators. You say, the serious, and you have them. There's screenshots of their conversation and their faces as well.
Everything. The person asks you,
So I catfish these people.
Yes.
Pretending to be 13 and they
I don't know if the person is really 13 or not.
No, the person in 13.
But they say they're 13.
Yeah, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
That's catfishing.
So I'm pretending to be 13 and I'm calling out these predators.
Yeah, to see what their makeup. So somebody might reach into your inbox.
Hey, where's the Facebook link for this? We need to put that.
Yeah, we gotta find the link. But
Yeah,
I just find it interesting that you have so much persons being caught up in this thing. So it seems like we have a serious problem with regards to predators in the place.
What?
Wow, what are you saying?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what nurtures and fosters that predator mentality.
Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, you know what I mean. I just don't know. But this is something that is very serious, and even in this case of the young lady, you sort of reflect on all these things. But I think it's very difficult for especially young ladies and boys as well when they're in their teens. They tend to want to explore more. So sometimes if you try to confine them too much, they become rebellious. You know what I mean? So it's really a mixture of how you as a parent. But it's gonna be interesting to hear from some of these parents, who have teenagers and some of the childs they go through and
as soon as anything happens, the first thing people say is the parents. What the parents doing? What the mother was doing? What the father was doing?
But sometimes it's not always the parent.
No. Every case is different.
Don't make them mind.
Yeah, as
Look
shady.
at shady. What's that? You make the child. How much times your mother tell you that?
I got good parents. Remember, I grew up in the.
Of course, I'm not saying I didn't have good parenting, but I said that you weren't listening. So how much time did your mom say, "Boy, I make this child, but I make it mine."
But Mario, in terms of your case, because you said your daughter would have already passed the teenage state. During that teenage age, you found it was like difficult to balance?
Well, I gotta say big respect to my wife at the time.
Right.
She was very, 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 very instrumental in keeping the kid on the right track, because I was of course out a lot, DJing, traveling, so the onus to keep that kind of respect and stuff definitely landed
and
with
that,
mom.
that is very fundamental,
because
that is fun, because sometimes you have one parent pulling weight,
right,
and the other one not so, what I mean? Where you had to do all these things. It's very important.
I gotta say big respect to Camille. She really, handled things
Camille,
properly. And, anyway, but no, and it was shared ideas, parenting as well too. So because one thing wasn't done without the other, so there was always communication. And there was always there was always a balanced household. I mean, was it perfect? No, but we had a balanced household. It was I and then we had the support of grandparents and everybody as well too, right? So
I think and that back then that was sort of fundamental, because now you don't really see grandparents now is like. I remember. I tell you something. My daughter, grandmother, on the other side, she was when my daughter called her grand, she didn't want to. She didn't want to hear that.
But I don't want to be no grandpa.
She said call. She said, call me auntie.
Listen, anytime I have a grandchild, they have to call me Mr. Ravello.
Oh my goodness, man. Let's take let's take a break. Let's take a break and come back to it.
Well, let me read a quick script or two.
Okay, yeah.
Here, all right, while you guys line up the Oh gosh, Shady, I heard that a lot. Parents saying, I don't make child. I don't.
Yeah.
I know mine no more.
Yeah, correct. I'm telling
I
you,
used to
man.
hear that a lot.
I think Bernadette is saying while you you gather your information.
Okay.
We have Bernadette saying I think it's a matter of parent-child relationship. There needs to be parenting classes as soon as the doctor says confirms that you are pregnant.
Parenting classes.
Parenting classes. Alison is saying children want to explore for themselves. They want to hang out with their friends no matter I think it's how much you stress. No matter how much you stress not to do so, they still want to have their own way. You know.
Yeah, they still want to have their own way, but you're the person charged with keeping that the right way.
But then
go ahead.
That's why you're saying it's a sensitive matter because you don't want to push. You don't want to push them and push them out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's interesting as Bernadette said. You need that parent and child relationship.
All right. Gotta say good morning to the Flow crew. This October, you can feel the love with Flow's customer relief program with up to 70% off accounts suspended 1 year or more. See us in store to reconnect today in Kingstown and Arnoldville until 6 p.m. Plus, look out for chances to win in store all month long. For more information, you can WhatsApp message 494-5464. Terms and conditions definitely apply. And of course, I gotta say big respect going out to the Max Pizza crew. Nice to have you on the inside all the time. And of course, Pharmacy Plus. Pharmacy Plus, you can visit Pharmacy Plus today for your dietary supplement needs. Choose from our range of vitamins, minerals, and tonics for children and adults to support all body functions, boost the immune system, increase energy, and support healthy hair, skin, and nails. Back in stock at Pharmacy Plus, Ferroglobin Tonic and Capsules, Nutrofos Nerve Tonic, Vitone Tonic, and Pharmaton Advanced Tablets. Also, Biotin Capsules retail, so you can get them singular. Located on Egmont Street, Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more. And I think Fernando said you can get Hard On Plus there too.
I think so.
Give it locked on when we come back.
No, just an announcement from Gecko here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Something that is going on tomorrow. So Gecko is reminding their value members and the general public that in keeping with activities to mark Mental Health Awareness Month, the General Employees Cooperative Credit Union Limited will host an inaugural corporate wellness retreat for its employees on Thursday, the 20th October 2022. As a consequence, all of its offices will close on this day.
All right.
So Gecko would not be, having regular service tomorrow.
Right.
However, normal business will resume on Friday, the 21st October. The management regrets any inconvenience caused. Okay, wellness works at Gecko. So let's go for some ads. All right.
3 years ago, Miss SVG 2019 was crowned, and now it's time for a new queen. On October 29th, 2022, the Arnisville playing field will be transformed as 8 beautiful contestants vie for the opportunity to ascend to the throne in the royal return. Who will be Miss SVG 2022? Would it be Pallavi Brown, Miss Play 4, Raquel Coombs, Miss In Transit Exports, Shannon John, Miss Setco, Shadi McLean, Miss Davin, Ariel Oliver, Miss St. Vincent Brewery Limited, Shania Peters, Miss Flo, Shada Ross, Miss Lotto, or Tanique Swift, Miss Massey Stores Limited. Get your tickets for $75 from VJ's Restaurant, Entice Lounge, Chill Spot, 4 Shells, Video Extreme, Johnny's Barbershop in Georgetown, and the CDC's Lotto booth at Peace Mall.
The Careers Hazels End of Year Extravaganza is back! From now until December 31st, get 20% off all doors, windows, and tiles, and 15% off all paint. Plus, whenever you purchase 2 or more gallons of paint, you get a paintbrush for free. It all goes down at Careers Building Supplies, Diamond Woods, Ace Hardware in Kingstown, Ace 2 in Arnisville, and Ace 3 in Pembroke. Head to any of these locations now for your doors, windows, tiles, and paint, and save big.
Follow the Correas Hazels Facebook and Instagram pages for more information on the extravaganza sale. This offer ends December 31st, 2022. Correas Hazels. Terms and conditions apply.
Big People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion. Music by DJ Easy Sounds. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shetty at
Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
Stock up for the season with a Ready Cash small business loan. You could win up to $2,500 cash back when you take a loan of $8,000 or more. Quick application process, special rate for women entrepreneurs, flexible term payments for secured and unsecured loans, plus business support to help your business grow. Visit us in-store or online at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com. Courts Ready Cash Small Business Loans. Every day, we help businesses succeed. Special conditions apply.
This November 5th at Status Nightclub, the Parallax Company presents Cosplay, Night of Fantasies, costume party powered by Guinness. Fantasies start from the jump, jello shots for everyone, mask on entry, escorts and catering with free food and drinks, plus lounge with entertainers, play games and experience so much more as a VIP and VVIP. Live entertainment by DJ Laser, Team Fearless, Jasper, Matt King and more. Early bird tickets $80, VIP $120, VVIP $180. Follow us on Instagram
at Pharmacy Plus. You can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more.
days are coming, coming. Change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, coming. Change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same.
I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just a love, it's just a vibes on the ends. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no false pretense when me tell them. And when you see the liquor in me head, me live my life like it's no problem. And anybody who fight with me, tell them me only a love for them. That's why I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. I go bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and we friends will all lie together. Just decide who wants we line in this place or vibe right here in the backyard jam. We go tickle licky, tickle licky, tickle licky. Israel vibes and we beat your lion right here in the backyard jam. Hey, go straight in the kitchen, grab a pot and then start beating.
On your dancing shoes tonight, but we gon' set this place on fire. The whole place full up of vibes. Dance fun up, party turn over. Cups up, and we not leaving this party sober. Call your friends, tell them come over. I say we having a time, yeah. All I need is my good friends and good vibes. All I need is my good friends and good vibes. And I will spend till morning, and I will jump till morning, and I will have them calling. And let me do it again till the sun come up. And let me do it again till the sun come up. My name is on the guest list. It's VIP tonight. It's champagne bottles popping. I'm celebrating life. Cups up, and we not leaving this party sober. Call your friends, tell them come over. I say we having a time, yeah. All I need is my good friends and good vibes. All I need is my good friends and good vibes. And I will spend till morning, and I will jump till morning, and I will have them calling. And let me do it again till the sun come up. And let me do it again till the sun come up. It's only good vibes, yeah. It's only good vibes, yeah.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
And if you don't know, now you know.
This guy.
Yeah, they bring something from Leeward when they come up.
I feel so more. I
bring some good
feel. But you
local.
real excited to them.
Yeah, they bring some good local from Mario.
Yeah.
Early going on here. Listen.
Good local.
Listen.
Yeah, Mario.
I only keep hearing about this good local, you know. I keep hearing about it.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Mario.
I am privy to the stickiest of the icky.
I saw an article with the Coast Guard, the RSPG
Yeah, we
police.
have something on that too.
Yeah?
They intercepted a boat
in Trinidad.
Yeah.
No, well, in our waters with Trinidadians, 4 Trinidadians.
I'm so Israel.
Mario Winston is asking if you
real
drink a
malfunction.
village rub.
Listen to me. Because you're accustomed to seeing vibes on a Wednesday.
Yeah. It's vibes.
Like, you hear what Shady was playing all morning?
Yeah.
Things up.
I know, right?
Things about the herb. Now party things. Come on, man.
I tell you.
What is this? Sorry.
I tell
That's
you.
good.
I know the mic game problem. So, guys, in case you just tune in, we are discussing a number of issues here, and we're the parents of 13-year-old Sudanique Cadogan, a student of the J.P. Eustace Memorial Secondary School. They're looking for her. She has not returned home since Monday. She is said to have been wearing her school uniform, which is white blouse and green skirt, when she left home. Okay, so if you can help in locating this young lady in any way, you can contact the Royal St. Vincent.
Riley is like my neighbor.
Riley, yeah. But it seems like she was living in Murray's village. Yeah, it seems like because she was living with her mom. Yeah. So that's one thing we are discussing today. And we have the story. I don't know if you saw this story with a Vincentian sailor. It's quite disturbing, eh?
Tell me about the story.
Quite disturbing. So
Shady real laughing like it's not disturbing.
Shady know about it. So what happened? Man, I see it. SVG Times covered it. Extreme and some other.
And what about the Vincentian?
We're gonna get it. We're gonna cover it.
All right.
Vincentian come out Friday.
So we can look out for it in the Vincentian on Friday as well. All right.
Okay, so a Royal Navy sailor fell asleep after video calling a woman at the end of a barbecue and woke to find he was being raped by a male colleague, a court martial heard. Right? The sailor was allegedly woken by an excruciating pain as Ablo seaman Troy Glasgow 31 raped him in an accommodation block at a naval base overseas. When he realized what was happening, the sailor reacted in pure rage, swinging at A.B. Glasgow with a vodka buckler before shouting, "Get out," and pulling a knife from his multi-tool before being restrained by crewmates, the court heard. Okay? The sailor then jumped off a nearby jetty into the sea because he felt dirty, it was said. Okay? Bulford Military Court, Wilshire Hard, A.B. Glasgow, and the man had earlier been drinking beer at a Navy barbecue event while stationed aboard. The pair live in the same accommodation block and walk home together after last orders at around 10:30 p.m. The alleged victim invited A.B. Glasgow, who is an engineer technician, back to his room so they could continue drinking. After drinking vodka and listening to music, the court heard the sailor had a video call with a woman he was getting to know while A.B. Glasgow was still in the room. Later, while the male soldier was still on his phone, the court heard A.B. Glasgow fell asleep on the bed. After falling asleep himself, the sailor, who is heterosexual, woke in the early hours of morning by an excruciating pain. Graham Coombs, prosecuting told the court the victim shouted and threw the man off him and swung a vodka buckle. And the story goes on. I see Winston is saying something in the matter beside the pistol.
It doesn't add up.
But Sebuti bandit on the attack.
Listen.
But
listen, you can do what you want, love who you want, right?
Yes.
I got no problems with who people choose to do the thing.
Or the alphabet.
Yeah, I got no problem, but it's okay. The same way how you scrutinize details.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm gonna listen. Listen.
That
This
sound.
Well, listen this part, right? A.B. Glasgow was later interviewed by military police and claimed he and his alleged victim had consensual sex with both men penetrating each other.
Looking. So did somebody walk in the room and see something off key, or pass by the room and hear something off key and then decide, and then?
Well,
and then
he said
he jump up and
the
say,
victim is claiming that he felt pain. You know what I mean? He felt pain after he was penetrated.
They had beers. Beers don't knock you out like that, unless he roofied
vodka and stuff. They had vodka and stuff.
I heard it was beers.
Thickness Peter said this yana song.
You
this
see?
yana right.
Something
that is
that's
just
right.
crazy, boy. You know what I mean? Because here is the victim. He's claiming what transpired, but the person who is being accused, which is A.B. Glasgow, he is saying that they had consensual sex.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Folks, tell us what you think. I see. Somebody says sword fighting gone wrong.
How you gonna wake somebody up like that?
you taking the thing for joke.
I'm not taking the thing for joke.
I don't wanna.
Wait, hang on. No. We can't do, we got jump. Okay, quickly with that, and then I'll do go ahead and take the phone, and then I'll do a quick
You have a phone call?
promo. Yeah.
It stopped. It seems like it stopped. Okay, caller,
Yeah,
if you're let them call.
Yeah, because we've got a council coming up at in about 4 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
so we're not gonna hold up his time.
But let me
today.
do a quick roll call with the folks on the live right now. Bernadette, good morning to you. Bert, nice to have you on the inside. Charlene, Mary Providence, of course, highly
Tanya.
favored child. Who else is here?
Tanya.
Tanya, good morning, Tanya. Always nice to have you locked on.
You must tell about behave yourself.
No, you can't. You can't surgically remove Bert bad habits, you know. And people were asking about Bing. Bing, is
Yeah, they
just,
were asking about
Bing
Bing.
is just taking care of an emergency.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he alone is able to
tell you what
to
is
do
happening
this
because
I
think you addressed it yesterday as well.
Yeah.
I heard Bart was a real troublemaker in school. But
I could imagine. Boy.
Alison Grant, good morning.
So you say you had something for us?
Yes.
Good morning from Canada, Shelley Utley. So that's your
Thickness Peters.
That's your territory. Good
That's
morning,
my-
Shelley.
Canada.
Oh God.
Where you from? Where you live in Canada? Where you
Who's that,
live?
Calgary.
Calgary. I was thinking it was
man.
Calvary.
Oh jeez. All right, so you know we're doing Vincy Vibe on Boom 106.9.
Yes.
And we're doing Properly Vincy as well, right? We do Properly Vincy. Well, that's our promotion here.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
properly Vincy are you? You know, we ask you questions and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that people understand that, you know, if you're Vincy, you have to be Vincy to the bone.
Yes.
So we're testing Vincy knowledge, and we also have our DJs that are doing mixes at various areas, and you can check it. Yeah, you can check it on IKTV, and of course we post it on our Facebook page as well. But check it out. I want to give you a quick preview of how punch your business look and things like that. So let's see how it is. And we got some special things happening next week. So you got to keep it locked in. All right. So from 12 noon we do a live broadcast with Jill, and Jill asks questions, and of course we give away Hyrule, and we take to the streets, and we give away 6-packs and all kinds of things. That's how it is. All right, so here is a quick preview of DJ Puncher right here on the Vincy Vibe. Look how things just look.
Is a video coming up?
Oh God! Video coming up. Watch it. Tell me that's bad. You really tell me that's bad. And that's by the Iron Man.
Properly
I'm telling you, Vincy Vibes. And I think tonight we should be having a Millennium Kit. Let's take a look at that. 8 p.m. on IKTV, Channel 112, all about you. We've got council in the back already. So we may have to. Let me. Did you switch audio modules already?
Yeah, Bernadette is saying, of course, while we're waiting on Council, we just have a minute before Council come in, or you? Bernadette is saying, of course, he will say it.
That was me.
Sabotage. Bernadette is saying, of course, he will say it was consensual. What rapists say out front, that it is rape. What rapists say out front, that it is rape. It is believable to me. He said it's believable. And Alison is saying sexual assault is a serious matter. There is no consent when alcohol is involved. You know what I mean? But big up. We have Congslow backstage. Right. Let's bring in Congslow.
All right, Shady, hit us up.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now on OMG.
Congslow.
Good morning. Good
morning, sir.
I just wanted to talk a little this morning, a little conceptual issues having to do with development. And what I perceive to be the very city-centric, town-centric emphasis on development that we see here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I think we miss very good opportunities to really help to broaden and to nationalize the infrastructural development in the country. And I speak particularly as it relates to the new port that the government has decided to build up. I know that the idea to build up the new port in Kingston had to do with the fact that they thought that the Kingston Harbor is now inadequate. I have heard conversations that the harbor is in a state of disrepair. And the question for me was always whether we could not just fix that. I don't know if it is structurally unsound. If it is not, it may well be that it could have been rehabilitated and brought into a more effective, efficient, stable kind of port, which would allow for ships to come in as they do now. But what we have is a development, $500 million development for a port in Kingstown. And when I thought about it, I was wondering whether, in light of the fact that we have been talking about the emergence of a new city at Annesville, whether it might not have been a better idea for us to build that new port at Annesville. Because if a new city is coming there, it might have been a good idea for us to, in terms of broadening the infrastructural development of the country, to put the new port there. I remember earlier in this discourse, I had raised the point that maybe we should have put the new cruise ship berth there, because there's also talk about building a new cruise ship berth because this one is inadequate. This one cannot accommodate the mega cruise liners that are being built these days. And so I had suggested that the cruise ship berth be placed at Annesville in light of the fact that we are building a new city. Nothing came of that. There was also talk back in 2014 and 2015, having to do with the run-up to the 2015 general elections. I remember Prime Minister Gonzalez had made the argument that it is time for us to develop Camden Park into the seventh city, the seventh town in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Great idea, I thought, but nothing ever came of that. Apparently, it was more to try to appease Jerry Scott, because I remember when the talk of a new city in Camden Park was broached, the Prime Minister had mentioned that Jerry Scott, because of his long-standing role and representation in the South Leeward constituency, that he would be a point man in helping to develop Camden Park into the seventh city. Nothing came of that after the 2015 general election. But again, the idea, and it's something that I had talked about as well, to put the cruise ship berth in Camden Park, so that if we're thinking about developing a new city, we can begin to put these infrastructural pieces in, which would be like the plank, the anchor on which the new city would emerge. Sadly, we have, as I said, a rather town-centric approach to these things. So the $500 million new port would be in Kingston. The cruise ship berth apparently would be in Kingston, although I haven't heard a lot of that these days. It may be that is on hold. Or we could have even think about putting the cruise ship berth in Chateaubelair, because we know that St. Vincent is a very beautiful country. And at a time when we are celebrating or approaching the 43rd anniversary of our country's independence, I believe it is time that we spend some time thinking about these developmental infrastructural developmental issues and points. So I believe that the time has really come for us to broaden the infrastructural development of the country, to take some of these things that are so central to Kingstown, to take them out of Kingstown, put new city in Annesville. Let's begin to put some infrastructural pieces there. I know we are talking about building the acute referral hospital in Annisvale as an anchor of that new city. Imagine what would have happened if we put a new port in Annisvale. You know, in many other countries across the world, countries have a political capital and they have a business capital and they have an industrial capital. And I think that although St. Vincent is a very small country, we could begin to think through how we develop the country to decentralize and to put some of these things outside of Kingstown. So you have cruise ship boat in Camden Park or in Chateaubelair. You have the port, the modern port in Annisvale. That would have helped for broadening the development. And more than that, these things, if we talk about creating employment and creating jobs, imagine what would happen if a cruise ship boat is placed in Camden Park or a cruise ship boat is placed in Chateaubelair. It means that a lot of people, when the tourist comes, for example, if they want to get to the other end of the island, they would have to pay. And it means that we may have more taxi drivers. If you have a cruise ship boat as an anchor in a place like Chateaubelair or in Camden Park, it means there are all kind of other businesses that may develop in that area to accommodate this new emerging business. I also make the point as it relates to the mushrooming of medical schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have a number of medical schools, but all of them are based on the southern part of the country. So we have Trinity, we have St. James, we have All Saints. All of them are in that southern cone. If we imagine if you have a medical school in let's take a place like Camden Park, you end up with the housing stock being developed to take care of these foreign students who may come in and need accommodation. In the same way in which I think the schools in the southern part of the country helped in development of the housing stock in Annisvale and in Prospect, in Rattlemill, and so on and so forth. So I think that that's where we need to go, and I don't believe that enough attention is paid to broadening that kind of development, and it's unfortunate because we have somebody like Prime Minister Gonzalez, who's a rural man, and who I think should be thinking more broadly. But even beyond Prime Minister Gonzalez, you have a whole cabinet of people who are thinking development, and many of them are much, much younger. Take his son Camilo. Camilo is almost 3 decades younger than his father. Carlos is like about 4 decades younger than the Prime Minister. Kizal is 4 decades younger. All of them are going to be there to continue whatever legacy the Unity Labour Party would have. And I think it is incumbent upon them, it is incumbent upon all of us, but more so those who are in power now, those who control the policy direction of the country, to begin to think about broadening infrastructural development. And I believe I give certain examples. I'm sure that there are other examples that people may have, but those are the ones that come to that come to mind right now. So that's my take for this morning, Mario, Fernando, Shady listeners.
Okay. Yeah, Councillor, a very important take today. I like the idea of putting a port in Annisvale, indeed. Mario, what do you think about that? If they
Yeah,
had put it in-
I think decentralization is definitely a good step. Because it like Council said, fosters employment throughout the island and provides opportunity for those that may not have been able to visit different areas to do so as well too. So that's awesome, because lots of people, anything they have to do, they have to come into town.
Yeah.
Anything you have to come into
it's
Kingston.
too centralized, and
Yeah.
I heard some persons were saying the same thing. In terms of Camden Park, Camden Park seems already congested. You don't think so, Thomas?
No, I don't think so at all. Camden Park is congested as it relates to homes. But if you remember, the concept was that when Prime Minister rolled out that idea in 2014, the idea was to make Camden Park into the seventh city, the seventh town. So if you put a port there, you will have more development. Look, you have a whole strip of structures that used to be in the old days when we were doing the screwdriver industry. You know, we had all of these things there. Those shells, many of them are either are not fully utilized, and there's much more developed. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of room for development. I am not only thinking about, when we talk about Camden Park as a city, we are not only talking about Camden Park as it relates to that area down where Allen's Bakery is, or even up to the main road where you can swing off of the Leeward Highway to go down to Camden Park. I'm talking about even beyond. You have Carib, you have all of these other areas. We know, for example, that in certain parts of the island, 15, 20, 30 years ago, we used to call it mountain. Now it's no longer mountain, it's residential, it's development. Development has taken place and reached there. So there's a lot of scope for advancement and development in Camden Park. So if we were to put a port there, or even put the cruise ship berth there, I think it would help in the broadening the infrastructural development to spread it out. And more than that, the attendant business that would come with it, I think, would be of tremendous benefit to the country. And it's something that we should think about. I don't believe enough ideas and thoughts are given to that.
Yeah. And in terms of Annisville, where you see the port was side, just out of the ship, where do you see the port going there in Annisville?
Yeah, right there at the end of the strip. The port can go there. I think that the plan in Kingston is to back off further the sea and to fill that area in. So the same can be done. The same can be done at Annisville if we were to do that. The reports that I have heard is that area is rather deep, the depth of the water, and I don't know if that might have been a factor. But in modern engineering, it's not beyond what mankind can do now. What in modern engineering and science can do. So, but think about it. If you put a port there, and you are talking about Annisville as a new city, then that becomes an anchor upon which so many other things can fill in. We have, 100 acres of land in that area that we can fill in, but that city would go beyond. It just means that Annisville would spread out and become even more developed. So somebody who is coming into to Kingstown may not necessarily have to come all the way into Kingstown to buy something that they formerly had to buy. Even notice, I think that Correz is showing some entrepreneurial skills. Graves also. Remember Graves earlier clock put their supermarket down at Cane Grove. Correz has their place now out at where Octagon used to be, going towards Diamond.
Yes, I saw that.
All of that shows that some business people are thinking ahead and trying to think how they can best optimize their business and economic chances. And I think the state should do the same, because the more we do that is the more advancement and development we'll have, the more spread out it would be. We can put certain administrative structures in those places. So why, for example, must somebody come to Kingstown to pay electricity bill when they can pay it in some office? In the same way in which the banks, let's take the National Commercial Bank. They have outposts at Annisville, they have in Kingstown, they have in Georgetown, they have in the Grenadines. I think the state needs to begin to do that as well. Because that would help to decentralize its activities.
Because I have somebody saying here, if you live in Union and you need a birth certificate, you have to go to Kingstown.
That's ridiculous in 2022.
Exactly.
Especially in the age of telecommunications.
Exactly.
All of that is on a system someplace. You coordinate. If, let's say the central office in Kingstown, that's an email or telephone call away.
Yeah.
So an office in Union Island connects with the office in Kingstown or sends over a mail. And rather than people spending money to come up from Union Island, that could be one email. And next week, the person may have to wait 24 hours or 48 hours to get it. But certainly, they should be able to get it without having to do the kind of things that we currently do now, where we spend all of this time to come to the central point to get what we should be able to get otherwise.
Absolutely. Counselor, my final question. I don't know if Mario have any, but in the now that independence is upon us, what's some of the name you suggest that we should recognize during this independent period?
Who we should recognize?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean recognize?
Well, during the parade they have these things where they recognize persons or they give
Mean these British awards?
Oh, God.
But I really don't think we should give anybody any British award. But if you are asking me, there are a whole host of people that we can recognize.
Give me that's three.
We certainly can recognize officially and begin to bring into the national consciousness people like Ebenezer Theodore Joshua, a former Chief Minister of St. Vincent, whom I believe should be a national hero. And Joshua was central in giving Black people who look like me, the understanding that they are somebody when they were fighting in the 50s and 60s on the plantation. There's talk about J.P. Eustace and his role in educational development in St. Vincent, going all the way back to the 1920s. J.P. Eustace was building schools. He's credited with building what used to be called the Emmanuel School, the intermediate high school. And this is when the British colonialists were doing nothing and kept our people in ignorance. So certainly, I would say J.P. Eustace should be on there. But beyond that, there are a number of people who should get credit. I don't think someone like Mikey Findlay has gotten sufficient credit. Mikey Findlay was, in my youthful days when I played cricket, I looked up to Mikey Findlay. I still don't think that there's any wicket keeper who was as clean as Mikey Findlay, at least not that I have seen. In addition to that, Mikey Findlay has been on radio for about 40 years, if not more, doing sport commentary. I mean, this is an amazing, amazing man who has made an outstanding contribution to St. Vincent. I mean, in my mind, he's such a phenomenal person that when I meet him, I greet him as the great one. The great one.
Yes,
So there are so many other people who teachers, and this is why we need to have these national awards, and this is why too I so disagree with Prime Minister Gonzalez who talk about because we are still the British monarch is the head of state that we couldn't do national award. That's nonsense. That's folly. That's political ignorance. So why can't we have a Chateaubriand award? Since we have Chateaubriand, the national hero, why can't we have a Chateaubriand award and give it to some of these people that we're talking about? And I'm sure people across the board can come up with names of persons who made outstanding contributions in one area or the other.
Right. Awesome. Council, well, thank you very much. I don't know if you have anything to add, but
no, I have nothing at all else to add. Until we meet again, take care.
All right,
Thanks a lot, Council.
Thank you very much.
Before we jump into the break, I got to let you know of a media release from the CDC. Veteran masked man and former deputy chairman of the CDC of the Carnival Bands Incorporated, CBI, Elliot Ellie King Douglas. I will be laid to rest Wednesday, 19th October 2022. That's today, is it not?
No. He hasn't been laid to rest as yet. Today's the 19th.
Yeah.
You say 20? Oh, you said the 19th.
Yeah, 19th. That's it. Okay. That is today. Yes. His funeral begins at 1 p.m., preceded by an outpouring of tributes from noon. Yes. Mr. Douglas was a member of the Dragons Cultural Organization and has an outstanding costume builder with a specialty in the making of molds. He served as deputy chairman of the CBI from 1988 to 1991, and again during the period from 1994 to 2017. He continued to serve on the executive of the CBI until his recent passing. The Carnival Development Corporation joins with St. Vincent and the Grenadines Calypsonian Association Incorporated and the Yulo Pan Movement and the Carnival Bands Association in extending sincere condolences to his family, relatives, colleagues, and friends, and of course, Boom 106.9.
Yes, I was just about to say that. I see Marcus Martin suggested that they should recognize Dr. Cecil Cyrus.
Dr. Cecil Cyrus.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump out for a break?
Yeah, we should do that. I'll let you know what's going on the live scripts side of things while you load up there. Shady, don't help him. We're training him live on the air.
So Marcus is saying there is much job creativity in SVG, but the government has no vision.
But it's-
which is why unemployment is at an all-time high. What are you gonna say?
Nothing.
No, go ahead. You say but is.
Nothing.
Preston said, good morning, Fernando, Mario, Shady, greetings from London. Another fine sunny day. Preston, you having all the...
A sunny
In a
day
Navy, though.
in London.
Yeah.
Oh, Vincentians, London, Navy.
Navy,
You don't
oh
wanna,
my
you don't-
goodness, man.
Three
Oh
words
my
you don't want to
goodness.
hear.
It is. And it's something that a lot of persons now are becoming concerned about, following that same situation there where two Vincentians were arrested as well.
Yeah.
For the murder of a British citizen.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue with our conversation.
Definitely.
Okay?
So gotta let you know what's going on with Barry's Auto Parts, Lower Middle Street Gap. Next to Bondi Supermarket by On Fleek Style Boutique. Barry's Auto Parts. You can come check them out. They've got parts for different vehicles: windshield, front cut, fender, bonnet head, bonnet headlights, brake master, booster tails, and a whole lot more. Plus a wide variety of startlet parts, Toyota van parts, Nissan van parts, and a whole heap more. Call or WhatsApp them at 784-593-5226. And of course, don't forget to check out On Fleek Boutique if you've got somewhere special to go.
Yeah.
You want to look
on fleek,
like
Yeah.
not like
Fernando,
Fernando is
yeah.
a fleekist. So,
Go try that on
the
Mario.
man, the man tell me I need to start shopping at On Fleek because I had no style. So
Yeah,
at least when
Mario.
I went and I got a t-shirt with something print on it because apparently
Mario, you had too much money for be dressing right now.
Oh jeez,
Shady, let me take a break.
No, but that's so
No,
how does Bill Gates dress? How does
Yeah.
Elon Musk
OT.
dress? how does
OT.
OT?
OT was a special
How
one.
does
OT.
how did Uncle Metro dress? I mean,
I don't know.
It was just come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, so there's a lot, man. There's a lot happening in the UK, in England, and Shawn might say Vinci is misbehaving in England. That's something we really need to pull ourselves together, man. It's crazy because England offers us opportunity to really.
You're just trying to stall for time.
Yeah.
So what I'll do before we jump into a break, we'll do the preview of the of Puncher once again, and then we'll take a break here and move on 6 and then up to the top, right? Straight up to the top. All right.
Okay.
This guy.
I say you're good up. You're good up. I say you're good up. You're not careless, get a life out
This November 5th at Status Nightclub, the Parallax Company presents Cosplay Night of Fantasies, costume party powered by Guinness. Fantasies start from the jump, jello shots for everyone, mask on entry, escorts and catering with free food and drinks, plus lounge with entertainers, play games and experience so much more as a VIP and VVIP. Live entertainment by DJ Laser, Team Fearless, Jasper, Mad King and more. Early bird tickets $80, VIP $120, VVIP $180. Follow us on Instagram at Guinness Cosplay for more details. One New St. Vincent, Market Gorilla, Boom 106.9 and Guinness, made of more. Please drink responsibly.
Shh. Hold your breath. Here it comes. It's the number 101 reason to shop at Quartz. No, it's the mind-blowing deal. Shop now through to October 31st and buy a 50-inch TCL TV for only $200 when you purchase a select TCL model French door refrigerator. Plus, save up to 30% on all major appliances. But wait, there's more. Save big on Ashley and occasional furniture pieces. Get up to 40% off Remax children's furniture. Take up to 25% off restaurant mattresses. And save up to 40% off select lounge, dining and bedroom pieces. No cash, no problem. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay nothing for 30 days. Hurry! This offer's for a limited time only. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
SVG this October, when we celebrate our 43rd anniversary of independence, let's celebrate everything Vinci at the 2022 Everything Vinci Expo from October 24th to 28th.
Girl, you're full of confidence. Some young works because they can't
and services of local, on local, of what local is. People Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion. Music by DJ Easy Sounds. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shani at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
Kinsey, are you ready? Everywhere we go, people wanna know how we party so. And the vibes we just flow. So me tell them, we who does mash up and we party till we wet. In any carnival, we bring the bacchanal. Till them at any age, we mash up any stage. Them don't wanna go away, we cause we have this from Leeward. Start to show up countryside, start to show up Grenadines. Tell them it's Vincy, Kingston, start to show up Marrakesh, start to show up St. Vincent. Show me all the racks up in the air, put them up in the air, decorate the atmosphere, the whole atmosphere. I wanna see every single hand, every woman, every man, every finger in the sky. Vincy's identified. We love that we both stand out in any crowd. They don't have vibes like we, cause we are Vincy. Tell them as we just learn the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe. Ain't got no shame, ain't got no pride, no pride, pride, no pride, pride, no pride. Tell them as we just make the whole place shake like an earthquake. The insanity, the crowd frenzy, it's we who on up road, energy overload. Don't come try just we, cause we are Vincy. From Leeward, start to show up countryside, start to show up Grenadines. Tell them it's Vincy, Kingston, start to show up Marrakesh, start to show up St. Vincent. Show me all the racks up in the air, put them up in the air, decorate the atmosphere, the whole atmosphere. I wanna see every single hand, every woman, every man, every finger in the sky. Vincy's identified. We love that we both stand up in any crowd. They don't have vibes like we, we show them the way out. So here you go. I'm bringing this for you. I know you're feeling pain, but trust me, my friend, things go nice again, it must again. St. Vincent is in pain, yes, it is in pain. You know what I'm saying, yeah, yeah. Cause the volcano come on Europe again. We was on lockdown, now the ashes come down. Yes, I know the feeling, this one is a tough one. But I want you to take time, I want you to sit down. I want you to remember, we all are we came from. Cause right now we under the pressure and tragedy. And if you feeling the same, come now say SVG go rise on top. Yeah, we go rise on top. And we don't want to come down, we don't want to stop. Cause sing on us again, SVG go prevail. We go party and never stop till we end up all in a trail. It could be the same, it could be the same. So don't you complain, cause we some strong-hearted people when we come together. SVG in our zone, feeling like some rock stars. When you see the flag in the air like a guitar, but you leave me alone. We in our zone, feeling like some rock stars. When you see the flag in the air like a guitar, but you leave me alone. I want to go home, but no, I cannot go. Corona bad for soul, and just the volcano. What kind of life is this for my people? I just want everybody to know that my voice is what for you. Cause right now we under the pressure and tragedy. And if you feeling the same, come now we say SVG go rise on top. Yeah, we go rise on top. We don't want to come down, we don't want to stop. Sing on us again, SVG go prevail. We go party and never stop till we end up all in a trail. It could be the same, so don't you complain. Cause we some strong-hearted people when they come together as each in a soul, feeling like some rock stars. When you see the flag in there like a guitar, but you leave me alone. We in a soul, feeling like some rock stars. When you see the flag in there like a guitar, but you leave me alone. Who said I could mash up it? Chili said I could mash up it. Who said I could wreck up it? Peyton said I could wreck up it. Who got you just do it well? Martinique can just do it well. Who people just do it best? 50 people just do it best. Hello, hello, hello. I said tell them me there ain't no shopping, it's me, ain't no papi show. Hello, hello, hello. Somebody run and tell them it's a calamity, cause we don't making jokes. We don't making joke, no we don't making joke. Tell them when the fire starts, take for yourself or you get smoke. Salty shit better than coke. I say that yes, I'm not on coke. Someone like come in the dance, playing ranking thing and all of them broke. So show me if you pack it up, make y'all win and back it up. 200 and a bill and we go and make them bend and pick it up. So show me if you pack it up, make y'all win and back it up. 200 and a bill and we go and make them bend and pick it up. Who said I go mash up it? Come on, you can us mash up it. Who said I go wreck up it? Antique and us wreck up it. Who got you just do it well? Send you should us do it well. Who people us do it best? It's grenade dance with us do it best. Blood, it's a blood, blood, take it on water. If they come to get mad, I know one thing they're together. Blood, it's a blood, blood, take it on water. If they come to get mad, I know one thing they're chop up with your family. Chop up with your family. Chop up with your family. Everybody is fine. Chop up with your everybody. Covering no politics in this. No races in this. No bad mind, no envy, no jealousy in this. Fix the flag in this. Trinidad in this. St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada in this. Jump up now in this. Wave up now in this. Everybody united, representing this. My family in this. Your family in this. Put up the rugged flag. We all family in this. Now the blood, it's a blood, blood, take it on water. If they come to get mad, I know one thing they're together. Blood, it's a blood, blood, take it on water. If they come to get mad, I know one thing they're jump up with your family. Jump up with your family. Jump up with your family. Jump up with your
Listen to more. You see what them a drum and mash up all bound. Me say Rastaman a run out the house and a shout out. OMG, what a fire, rotted. OMG, what a fire, rotted. Bongo cat, party too bad. Bongo cat, the place a banner. Bongo cat, party too bad. Bongo cat, the place a burn. Fire, fire, fire in the dance. Wade, the place a banner. Fire, fire, fire in the dance. Wade, the place a burn. The Rastaman a beg, 'cause he tread out there. Too much soca in the air, and they tread out there. Them Prince man, yeah, them too dread, hot like hell out there. He said they run and they too red, yeah, 'cause he cannot take the heat. He says too much beer can, cannot take the heat. Man, why them not put beer can, cannot take the heat. Till man they come and be a champ, the Rasta shout out, MG, what a fire, rotted. Bongo cat, party too bad. Bongo cat, the place a banner. Bongo cat, party too bad. Bongo cat, the place a burn. Fire, fire, fire in the dance. Wade, the place a banner. Fire, fire, fire in the dance.
Oh man, Mario, DJ Shady.
Yes,
Oh man.
But
it's a vibes, it's a vibes.
But I know. You think you're properly Vinci?
I properly
I want to
Vinci,
ask you another
I
question.
properly
Well,
Vinci,
first of all, let me talk about it. Right. So this
put me on the
Independence.
spot,
Boom 1069 celebrates. Boom 1069 celebrates independence in proper Vinci style. Or vibes, or music, or food, or culture. And of course, our heritage and islands.
Yeah.
Or properly Vinci, are you tune in at 12 p.m. daily, Monday to Thursday, on air, and follow us on our social medias. We test your knowledge on Vinci for a chance to win prizes. And you get some high rune, something from Metro Stint. Real things we are going on here. Properly Vinci, of course, brought to you by Metro Stint. We got you covered. High rune, hold your own, and Pharmacy Plus for Hard On Plus and more.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Gosh, if I ask this, I wonder if people would think I racist. What's the difference between country and leeward people?
Country and leeward people.
That's what they say here. That's what one of the questions I say.
Yeah.
The accent?
The accent, yeah, the accent. I think we should say Shady has a good answer, boy.
That's a good-
You won't offend nobody at all on this live here, boy. I mean, somebody can tell us on the live, you know what I mean? What is
okay.
it?
Well, what is the national dish of SVG?
Breadfruit and jackfish.
That's the national dish?
Yeah.
KFC.
KFC.
No. Stop playing wrong, Shady. Stop playing wrong. Stop.
What's it?
Breadfruit and jackfish.
Every time I ask somebody, I get a different answer.
No, it's breadfruit and jackfish.
Breadfruit
Ask
and
anybody on the live.
All right.
KFC is the unofficial.
So Winston said the difference between Leeward and Country is that the Leeward side is the best side. Winston, I could agree with you on a point. Daniel, I'm not gonna say that.
The best.
Nah, we didn't ask for grenadines, eh? Toya, good morning, Toya, Latoya, my family there. Leroy, Chuck, good morning.
Tanya say country bookie, yes.
And you got boy.
I'm asking, there's one more question. How do you know when a Vinci mother or a Vinci woman is mad or angry at you? Oh gosh.
Shady.
you have real experience. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Shady
never
have
had
plenty
Vinci,
experience.
I've never had Vinci women angry with me before.
You see, Mario, you're asking me question, but like you're improperly Vinci, you know? Because Winston is telling you breadfruit and jackfish. Winston Mario did not know that, okay?
I didn't say I didn't know. I said I get different answers from everybody.
No, you
I
have
get
to.
KFC.
There's one right answer.
I
answer.
get breadfruit. I hear it's farine. I hear it's dumpling.
In terms of grenadines, people, Angela said grenadines people are different, ask Ralph.
Jeez.
Yeah. I have Randy here. Randy was saying, with regards to Mario Fernando, that is how I saw millionaires. That is how I see millionaires just in Canada, simply. But got it. Helicopter. Yes! That is a good one.
Oh, they'll make people target me.
No, Mario. You know what I mean? But we're still on this subject, man. We're still on this subject. We cannot.
I am comfortable with that topic.
You uncomfortable? We have a phone call. We have a caller. Hold on. We have a caller here. Okay. Is that going? Hello? Hello?
Hello, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Greetings, my brothers. I tried to get in early, but I guess, well, Miss Vera, when she did, she loved me more than you all. But I hope you all can love me more. Because
But I thought you say I love you more than Miss Vera.
You love me. Don't worry about that. I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Two things quickly, right?
Yes.
And I want to tell you, I'm sending a document to you. So I'm hearing Jomo Thomas and I'm hearing Franklin Silva and I'm hearing some people. So do you know what has happened in Israel? So in April, Israel dropped the mask mandate. Even though this is Mr. Hammy, I got most of my information about the effectiveness of masks from Israel. So they dropped the mask mandate in April. But then now, all of a sudden, hear what is happening now in July. So Israel is now saying, hey, let me get your head in here now. Send the document to you. COVID-19 on the rise again. Look after the elderly people. And so they start now to tell you that wearing a mask prevents community spread. But in this part, they're saying, which is very significant, multiple studies worldwide have shown that wearing a mask, face mask, indoors significantly reduces the risk of infecting others with COVID-19. And they went on to say, which is very, very, very significant, although some have tried and others to doubt the effectiveness of masks, the scientific information concerning the effectiveness of preventing transmission of COVID-19 is well-founded and well-established. Now we have seen CDC, July, August, September. There is a mask mandate by the director. The past director made it clear that the mask is the most effective weapon. In this house, when my son got infected down at the flour mill, it was the mask who saved us. I've called all of the health institutions. Sorry for the little passion, It didn't mean that I love people. I've called I called the private sector health institution. I called the hospital at Georgetown. I called the hospital in Kingston. I called the emergency ward. I called the nurses at the clinic. And they said, Hammy, we are wearing our masks. I was very proud to hear, even though I'm very critical of the chief medical officer, that she told the man in the parliament that he can't wait. I called them, Bramble yesterday. I said, Bramble, don't come with no monkey motion stuff. You all got it wrong. So, what is my problem? Do you know that 90% of the ministries now have dropped their mask mandate? You know who wearing it still? Who have to apply it? PM's office. Yesterday I was hot when one of the institutions, I went there about a month or so ago when they had to go sign a document. Do you know that the NIS has now dropped that vital mass mandate? Oh, have mercy. And so, Chief Medical Officer, when I put down this phone, call the gentleman here. Very, very wonderful, vibrant gentleman. I ain't going to disrespect you all. And tell them whether you've dropped the mass mandate. So I called the Chief Medical Officer office. And you know what the young lady told me? She ain't know who gave a lot of these institutions the audacity, had the audacity to drop these because it wasn't from the Chief Medical Officer. And so who really running this country? The Chief Medical Officer or a politician?
Okay.
That is one. Final one. I just want to say to you, this matter with young people. I have begged for that adjustment in that age group. I'm seeing young girls 13 leaving the home, going thing, and the hardest part is that I know at least about 5 of them turn 16 and leave, they're still in school, and leave the house and gone out. When the mother go with the police to get them, they said, well, I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
I am saying we have got to get leaders again. And I know Stevenson had concerns about it in the UN. And we have got to get back our authority to respect these young people and to apply that law to protect them from predators. Because if we don't do that, we are going to talk every morning.
Right.
And until God bless you
Thanks.
all.
Before you go, tell me what independent means to you.
Independence means a lot to me. It's one that when I used to go to prep school, grammar school, we would leave. It was very exciting, you know. I remember with the little flag, waving it. And I mean, I just felt good, getting little buns and little beef and the bread and things like that.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, we had unity. And since my party took over, it's all of a sudden to destroy the farmers. People can't speak. The businesses are suffering. People have to be loyal to Mr. Gonsalves and to the ULP. How could I be happy with what is happening in my country when only one side? I want back independence for ULP, NDP, Green Party, farmers, fishermen, unless that is happening.
Okay, Hamo.
I want no part of any falseness because some eat it and some are eating.
Right.
So for right now, for me, done with Friday, done with the
But Hamo, somebody was saying don't call Friday name today.
Well, the thing is that, you know, I love him. I was one who recommended, I said we gave Friday the support over Leacock. I made a mistake.
Oh,
I called Mr. Leacock. I said, Mr. Leacock, we made a mistake by putting, he is good, you know, he's very soft and nice. But that kind of a soft and turning the other cheek is only going to keep us in opposition forever.
Right.
I love him.
Thank
but don't make it think that I'm knocking him because I don't love him.
Okay, Hamo,
Love
thanks
him,
very much.
The way you mask, my brother, love you very much.
All right, that was Hamo right there, you know. Somebody is saying Hamo need to come into the station.
Police station.
Somebody said police station. Hey, you need to stop it. Vela say, Vela is saying it's Friday, eat your white fowl. Anyway, let's stay on topic here. Folks, we're still discussing this issue. Earlier we would have, pointed out to the SVG Times story that a Royal Navy sailor is accusing another one of, how could I put it? Sexually assaulting or?
Oh, that's what this is.
Sexually assaulting, him. So we have a guy who goes by the name of A.B. Glasgow. A.B. Glasgow. Okay, A.B. Glasgow has been accused. Wait, we have. Oh, we have a call. We have a call. Sorry, let's take the call. All right. Hello, okay, let's go again. Call me back, caller. Okay. So we have. Okay. Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Gentlemen.
Hello. Yes, I'm listening.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, this is one of the mornings when I feel very, very disappointed with Boom. Because the council raised a very important area, and it seems as though we were not given an opportunity to interact with council this morning.
Oh, you were calling?
Several times.
Oh my goodness. My apologies,
Several
man. My
times.
apologies. Really apologize.
Talking about that incident
Mm-hmm.
in the Times, but I don't know if you'll permit me to go back to something that
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, one. Yeah.
that council was on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. While councils raise a very important area, this an interesting area too.
Mhm.
I was kind of disappointed
Mm-hmm.
in the council in that he stopped short because St. Vincent, we are a multi-island state, and council spent his entire morning focusing on mainland when we are talking about infrastructural development.
Right.
As a person from the Grenadines.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that it is not only infrastructure
Mm-hmm.
that, we really need
Mm-hmm.
to start to look at close for
Mhm.
development and for decentralization. Could you imagine in today's day and age, if you need a simple thing like a police record,
Yes.
you are, and a lot of people lie to get a police record
Mm-hmm.
because you have to find somebody who doesn't even know you as a GP to sign with the police record. And I am saying, if the police don't have a record of me, it means that my balance sheet is clean, not so?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I just apply online for a simple thing like a police record?
Right. I don't know if you missed the point where we were asking him about board paper because someone from Union was making the point that why should they go to mainland?
Not only that,
Mhm.
to register the boat as well, you have to come to the mainland.
Wow.
And could you imagine leaving all the way in Fancy just to come to Kingston to register a boat? Does that make
Exactly.
So these are some of the things that we have to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And while council is talking, if you're going to talk tourism development,
Mm-hmm.
and he did even factor in the Grenadines,
Mhm.
I really wanted to interact with him this morning.
Yes. I sincerely apologize to you, okay?
Yes.
I think I was a bit distracted because it's really, the second time I'm behind the control.
Mhm. So you're a greenhorn.
Yes.
You're a forgiven young man.
Yes.
All right.
But
All right.
thanks, man. Very valid point. We have Charlene here saying great point, Carla. Okay? So,
All right.
yes.
Okay.
All right, respect, man. Yes. So that's a valid point, Shady. Those persons in the Grenadines, I think they said they need, more access to these services rather than coming into Kingston. And I think you agree with that, Shady.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, man. So we go back to this issue now with this Vincentian sailor. Both of them Vincentian, I think. Both of them Vincentian? Yeah. No, we can't confirm if both of them is Vincentian, but basically a Vincentian sailor is being accused of having unlawful sexual intercourse with another male. The victim is claiming that he fell asleep and he was awoken by a penetration, excruciating pain, and then he had to pull the bottle, a vodka bottle, and shouting to the guy, get out of the room. He pulled a knife, and a number of things, and he was restrained by crewmates. But the sailor, A.B. Glasgow, he is claiming that both of them had consensual sexual intercourse. So I think a number of persons have expressed their opinion on it. Some like folks like Winston and others, they're saying that something doesn't add up. Something really doesn't add up, and there something in the matter beside the pistol. I really don't know what to say to make of the situation. I don't know if in fact they were having consensual intercourse, or whether or not A.B. Glasgow would have penetrated this guy illegally. So he says, so when the man, Winston is saying, so when the man first tried enter, or he didn't feel anything. I really don't know. This thing is before the court. But I think again, it is really something that shines a bad light on Vincentian. And I think a number of persons were reflecting on what transpired in Canada, where Vincent Chan were given the opportunity to travel to Canada without a visa. And because we sort of exhaust the system, we were applying for refugee status and so forth. It caused a number of persons to be affected, and it caused a whole nation to be affected, because now we need visa to go to Canada, and we don't need the same thing in the UK. So we have to get ourselves together. We have one Leacock said, do they not sleep in dorms more than two per bunk? Angela is asking, he was drunk. He was that drunk. I think they said they were. What you say, Shady? Shady is wondering the same thing. I think if he was so drunk that he couldn't feel before any penetration took place, if he couldn't feel what was taking place. So there is some issues around that, and as some persons are highlighting that, we have a caller. Let's take the call. Hello.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Shady. Morning. Is Mario still about there? How you going?
Yeah, Mario just went outside.
I know they're running out the studio, man. He gonna drink some coffee. Guys, I don't really want to talk about that thing. I want to talk about home in St. Vincent, where I was listening on to other program. If you guys spoke about it, where this guy was in a conversation of having sex with a 10-year-old. Yeah. This is what we supposed to be dealing with here.
Yes.
We can't let England deal with what happened up there. That ain't good. We supposed to be dealing with where we are here. Well, and for me, this is a very serious thing. They want to talk about with man going for man and doing.
No, well, we talking about both issues,
I understand it, but this one home here touched me more because as a father and a grandfather, I have to dig a hard when I hear these kind of things, my brother.
Yes.
Because you don't know when these guys go around who is next. Because this is, for me, is a predator outside there. And if you don't deal with this predator, it's going to go on. And if he could go in a conversation and talk something like that, it shows that he enjoyed it and he don't care. And now, where we have a responsibility as a people, I think the authorities should get into this and ask for clips and this thing and listen to it.
Yes.
And the police, they should do their own investigation.
Absolutely.
And go and apprehend this guy.
Yes.
Because this is a predator out there that's destroying our little girls and so forth.
Yes.
And we need to deal with our problems that we have here. Such as these things, because too many of times now, too much of these things are sweeping under the carpet and going.
Yes. Carla, actually, that point you raised is something we were talking about before this subject. Because we have issues now where we have a story there with a young lady, a 13-year-old, she's missing from home. And we were speaking around that same issue. I don't know if you noticed there has been a number of reports of young teenagers.
And then again, we need, when you have missing persons, somebody should bring up a picture. And like how you guys do your feed.
Yes.
Put these pictures up. You just use phone to do all kind of stuff in it.
Yes.
Send them to people and let people put them up too, because somebody must have a way about us see this person or what. And if this is somebody who is gone missing and parents are asking questions or what, again, when you see young girls leaving home at ages like this and going away, we need to go deeper and find out what the problem, what is the cause, my brother.
Yeah.
Because could be something at home, could be something going on that they don't want to talk about, and there's nobody to deal with these people, and we need people who could reach out for these youngsters if they have a problem to talk with them.
Facts.
And you see where parenting is concerned. Every father and every mother needs to spend time, if even with a phone call, talk to your children, find out how they are doing.
And Carla, that is a point as well we were making, and you raise a very important point, because I was saying, it's a multiplicity of things, because sometimes the parent give of the best, but sometimes these kids they might get in company
Wrong company.
Yes, and with the
Wrong
social
company.
media as well.
And the company now is going to give them all sorts of surety that this is all good and this
Yes,
and that.
your mom want to control you and
The parents play a vital role, and parents need to know step up on their children. They say, I always hear my grandmother, she's dead and gone, God rest her soul. Discipline starts at home, and it is so true. It is so true. If you come up in a good family and your parents are accustomed speaking to you and let you know how it is, my brother, you would do well, and you would come to it. I have my children, and sometimes they get upset with me that I might say something that they don't like, but we overcome it. And right now, you know what I have just done? I just got a picture and take all my children and grandchildren and get a picture of my kids and grandchildren and family, and I sent it out to each and every one of them, and also to my father and whatnot. And I say, this is for you to keep. It's a picture of your grandchildren and how who they are and what. And I think, doing something like that, for me, it makes me comfortable. It shows that I am concerned about my children, I care about my family, and my brother, I don't want nobody to destroy my family.
Exactly.
And these are things that we need to really attend and approach as a people in the country and people who are concerned citizens. We all have children, and we all have to reach out for someone else, because let's be our brother's keepers, and a lot of times that is not happening.
Right, and even go ahead. Sorry.
I'm speaking from my heart as a family, as a parent, as a father. I'm speaking deep down within, because I know what it is like when you have your youngsters and how they go about, and if they go astray, what could happen. We all see what happened to that young girl was killed and chopped in a bag.
Yeah, Precious, and up to now we didn't hear nothing about that.
That was one of my daughter's best friends.
Wow.
And my daughter took that on, and lucky thing that she's with her other sisters, her mother, and myself. We talked to her, and she overcome it. And I reach out because I want to feel for other parents, brother, how other parents will feel, And for this guy who walking around and talking this kind of thing, but he been with a 10-year-old.
They should pick you up.
The authorities need to investigate it, get some clips of that video, and go and do some. The police will get credit there. And this is why we say sometimes that we always say people are afraid to go to police because some people don't want a name call or what. But it's on the media, it's out there. So let's reach out and help someone.
Yes.
Because this is a 10-year-old and we don't know who it could happen to. It could be one of our own. So let's stop it before it gets wider and further, because this guy is a predator and he's going to predate more and he's going to go about doing it again.
Absolutely.
So let's reach out and lend a helping hand and stop these kind of wickedness that is happening in our country.
All right.
Big bad for us. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. That is some very important point the caller has raised. And Shady, this is what I'm saying with this situation where this guy, this Facebook page, whoever is behind this Facebook page, catching these guys, this predator. I think that should be helpful to the police, and they should try and investigate some of these situations, because if you have a guy admitting, and it's not like a fake account, they're actually communicating with their real account. You understand me? So if you can you catch these persons admitting to these things, they should be investigated. And this page is helping. It should be a help for the police in terms of their investigation to investigate predators. We have Preston here. Preston is still, let me see. Preston is discussing the issue there in the UK as well. He's saying it is one ward against the other. They went back to the room to continue the drinking, but they had been on previous occasion. Okay, according to the report. So it could be one was more drunk than the other, but who knows? Alwyn, the report said they went back to his room. Maybe the barracks has room. Preston, I didn't understand the last part, but I think you're saying that it is the victim's ward against the accused. So we said, Evelyn said, not now. There's children. My son is a good kid. and A plus student. But we have a conversation. He tells me, you bring me up good, but I am at this age, 17. He can do drugs and so many other things, but he chose to study his book and work. Okay, so that is good on you, Evelyn. That is good to hear that, that child is staying in line with, what you're expecting. And that is the other thing again. I think sometimes because of this age of consent, it is very, very confusing. Because now your 15-year-old can tell you that they can consent to this. You know what I mean? That 15-year-old who depends on you, who relies on you for everything, could tell you that they have reached the age of consent and they can do what they want. That's madness, right? What do you think?
Come on, man. 15 years?
15 years.
Man.
What is the age of consent in Canada, you know?
21.
No.
18, buddy.
18. You know what I mean?
21 for drinking.
21 for drinking. What is our age of consent for drinking?
2. I don't know what the age of consent is for drinking. But yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is a sad thing. It is a sad thing, and I think that is some.
I don't think that you can consent to even your nail polish color at 15. Like,
really?
Serious?
You know what I'm saying? And even if you look at the average 15-year-old in our country, they're not even capable of doing much for themselves. But yet they can tell you that they have reached to the age of consent. And even in the situation with this young lady, Precious, who was murdered, brutally murdered.
Yes.
There was a point where the mother claimed that Precious went missing or sick. And when she got to Precious, it's basically a situation where the police is telling her that the young lady has reached to the age of consent. Now that Precious was killed, where is the justice?
No.
You see? I think Bernadette is saying the age of consent in Canada is 16 years.
For sex?
I don't. But yeah, it has to be.
No, man. Because if you're older than that 16-year-old, and you have consent with them, like if you're over 18, then you can be charged with statutory rape.
Yeah. And somebody is saying here the age of consent in Canada is 18 as well.
Yeah, it's 18.
Yeah.
No, it's 18, not 16.
You know what I mean? And in Canada, where you have all these resources in the event that these things go bad, you know what I mean? So we have limited resources, but yet you want to put a child at that in that position. You understand me? It is.
We
have a caller, sorry.
I didn't see no caller.
Just tap. And we have ads.
That's right.
Yeah, we have. We gotta go. We gotta.
Take the call.
Let me take the call, okay? Let me take the call.
Were you man pressing everything but the button that flashing?
Hello?
Hit the button that flashing.
Oh, sorry. Hello? Hello? Oh, God. Call back. Okay? Let me just take the call. Caller, please call back. You know, Mary is setting me up.
I setting you up. You talking about?
So I think Evelyn is saying correct. I think.
Age of consent means nothing if you don't have discipline. Sorry to say. But of course. I mean, what? How can you consent, man?
Okay, the caller calling back. Hello.
My whole brain hurts. You know this.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Interesting topic, right? But
yes.
I am from the old school. And
yes.
I only have one son, right? And in my house, he do as I say, and not as I do, right? And I am of the impression some of the inconsistency seen from young people in St. Vincent and Grenades is because they have so much privilege, too much privilege. How could you have a child and the nation is saying to the child that when you reach 16 or 15, you have the right to consent to have sex with opposite spouses or same-sex relationship. And the national consensus of people voting is 18. I think that they should put the the consent age to 21. Okay, that's how I see it. Because I hear Fernando discussing something this morning about a child.
Yes.
And I usually will child deliberate because I'm not from the modern school where you say kid and kids, a child. Listen.
Yeah.
You could imagine you have a child living in your house and he or she coming home at 7:15. Where you know coming from? Oh, what about my boyfriend?
Exactly.
Where you know my boy? You crazy? Me, I ain't supporting that at all. And this kind of conversation is what we should be taking part with and discuss, right?
Yes.
But you will hear most people call. Because you don't want to deal with that. But if you want to talk about Ralph and Friday, the phone ain't going to line up like the phone man. But I personally feel that we should maintain this sort of discussion for a period of time.
Right.
Because I am convinced that don't care you instill certain level of discipline in a child or children.
Yes.
They will eventually fall away. But hey, most of them will reach by the brink and wouldn't fall over because they will remind themselves, boy, my parents did that and instill certain values and principles in me.
Yeah.
They may take a chance, but they will keep looking over the shoulder because they have that level of discipline from their home. But when you got a child leaving home and say, she going to spend time with his friend over with me, ain't entertaining that. But because I don't reach over 50, so I can't have a babies again. But I am definitely not supporting the issue of consent.
So wait. A child could say that she couldn't spend the night with her boyfriend?
Well, according to what they say.
So it's not just about her being active, but could actually go and spend time, like spend night out.
But Maro, you'd be surprised what goes on in this country, especially in the areas that you have a little poverty-stricken people. People, you have some predator out there. Sorry to say that for some men and young men who would do anything to exploit people, and then you just cast them aside after.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. Men in general, when they're looking for a wife, they're looking for an impeccable woman. But when they're having fun, they will have fun with everybody. But whenever they feel to take a person to be the main woman or their wife, they're looking for an unblemished person. That is something the society is lacking because of what's taking place with the young people today. I'll continue. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Evelyn is saying in Philadelphia the age of consent. Evelyn is saying the age in Philadelphia age of consent is 16.
See, I real choppity for real, you know. I hear you guys talking about consent and stuff, and I'm just thinking, he or she could make that decision, but I wasn't thinking in terms of, mommy, I go in and spend the night with my boyfriend and I'll see you tomorrow.
That's crazy, yeah? That is crazy.
Man, my whole brain hurt with, man, play some ads. I'm going to take a Tylenol.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. Call us today at 784-456-1821 or email us at metrosint@vincisurf.com.
At Cashways, we buy, sell, and trade almost anything of value. Get cash for gold same day. The highest prices on jewelry, gold, silver, and diamonds are available at Cashways. Bring in items in good working condition and cash out instantly. We buy, sell, and trade from gold watches, cars, and more. Need cash for goods instantly? Visit Cashways today at Corner Shop Street and Long Lane, Kingstown. For more information, call 451-7777 or visit cashwiz.com. Cashways, we buy, trade, or sell almost anything of value.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more.
Protect the children.
afraid to speak out. Teach the kids their rights. Physical and sexual abuse must stop. Join me in this fight now. I want you to see suspects say among friends and families. See suspects say in the schools and communities. Children of the future, they depend on you. Report to the authorities. That's what you should do. You see these signs, do what's right. Put a stop to child abuse. See suspects say among friends and families. A message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization.
Events presents October Raga Soca Fest on Saturday the 22nd of October. Going down at Woodsy, 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Showtime, 9 p.m. with live performance by Adrian Bailey and the Magma Band featuring Scorpion.
She left the road, the road, the road, big road.
Music by DJ Easy Sound. So get your early bird tickets at $35. Regular tickets at $40. Get your tickets at Woodsy Bar. Call 718-552-2687. Standard shippers 718-469-8377. Adrian Bailey at 917-853-8441. Or Shanique at 718-427-0385. So come celebrate with us. October Raga Soca Fest. Saturday 22nd October. Happy 43rd Independence SVG. Part sponsored by
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
At Pharmacy Plus, you can get your personal care, hair care, prescription, dental, and over-the-counter, and medical supplies at affordable prices. Located on Egmont Street, opposite Home Collection. We're open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pharmacy Plus, for supreme care and more.
To guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company. Call us today at 784-456-1821 or email us at metrosint@fintiserve.com.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady. We are the trending station. We are the trending station.
Me say action movie, you don't know it go. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom 106.9.
With the stories making news here on Boom 106.9, brought to you with the compliments of Metrosint Insurance. I'm Mario Ravello and Fernando Horn.
Fernando. Good morning and welcome to Boom News Update. Finance Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Camilo Gonsalves, stated that the government does not, and will not dictate wages to the private sector. The reply made by Gonsalves came in response to a query posed by opposition legislator MP Gerald Bramble. However, Gonsalves stated that the government has done is doing and will do a variety of measures that will have a good impact on the earnings of the private sector workers.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force say that they have seized 330 grams of cocaine and 69 rounds of prohibited ammunition on board a vessel within the nation's territorial waters. Police issued a press statement on Tuesday citing reports as saying that on Friday, October 14th, about 4:30 p.m., the SVG Coast Guard Service intercepted a 29-foot pirogue west of Canouan with 4 nationals of Trinidad and Tobago on board. The men were arrested on suspicion and taken to the Coast Guard base in Caliacua, along with the vessel, where a comprehensive search was conducted on the vessel by Coast Guard and narcotics officers. As a consequence, the men were jointly charged with a number of drug trafficking prohibited ammunition charges. The defendants appeared at the Serious Offences Court on Monday to answer the charges. Dion Harry, 22, the youngest of the men, pleaded guilty to all charges, while the remainder pleaded not guilty. They were all remanded into custody at His Majesty's prison pending a review.
Roger Ford of Riley Village is trying to locate his 13-year-old daughter, Sudani Cadogan. Cadogan, a student of the J.P. Eustace Memorial Secondary School, has not returned since Monday morning to the Murray's Village home she shares with her mom. She is said to have been wearing her school uniform, white blouse and green skirt when she left home. Ford said he reported the matter to the police and was told that they can't do anything for 24 hours.
And that's news here on Boom 106.9 FM, brought to you with the compliments of Metrocin General Insurance. We've got you covered. Keep it locked on as we entertain and inform here on the nation's #1 trending.
We serving you up the #1 morning show in SVG. OMG in the morning with the real Badman Bing, Daniel, and DJ Shady.
The Empire. This no feel like love, is more like you abuse me. Me don't tell you say me not cheat, or else you want me proving. You're going with bare things I wrote, that's why you accuse me. Me can't take the cussing no more, you're out to lose me. You're too insecure, baby. Me can't take this no more, baby. I want around fighting when we combine. Me can't search your phone, but you want search mine. You're too insecure, baby. Man wicked, woman wickeder. But when time for cheat, we no similar. No matter what woman do fi keep man happy, them a go still give we bun like a Rizla. Guilty conscience, I eat a beat you. Me can't have no male friends, them no people. But you fi know the world a woman, you're too evil. Childish and immature, you're too insecure, baby. Me can't take this no more, baby. I want around fighting when we combine. Me can't search your phone, but you want search mine. You're too insecure, baby.
Lot of 5 in the morning, me have a lot up on my mind. Me have to stay strong even though me walk right. Everybody think me happy cause them see a fake smile. Lord, me try to change my life, me just want a little time. Lord, me message up on IG and me message up on WhatsApp. Me try to call your phone, but me guess it change your number. Still a holy faith that one day you are go answer. Sing a lot of songs, so be listen to the one, yeah.
Nobody really know how me feel. Physically strong but emotionally weak. Try the love thing, thinking that go help me heal. Only been a couple weeks and she done a try leave. Why me? Nobody really know how me feel. Nobody really know how me feel. Nobody really know how me feel. Physically strong but emotionally weak.
Me say nobody never ask me how me feeling. 5 in the morning, watch me up with my feelings. And my girl I tell me say she can't take it and she leaving. And my wife tell me mother how me feeling, but she sleeping. Yeah, voicing on me head, me say a voicing on me head. Me wonder who go pray if them hear you one that me hearing you one that be lies. Them a spread me, say me tired of it. Me say me tired of the fed. Me see me pictures in the papers, tired of the rumors. Really want some privacy, me tired of the cameras. And me ex try to kill me. Told the world me beat she, told the world me rape her and she pregnant with me baby.
Nobody really know how me feel. Physically strong but emotionally weak. Try the love thing, thinking that go help me heal. Only been a couple weeks and she done a try leave. Why me? Nobody really know how me feel. Nobody really know how me feel. Nobody really know how me feel. Physically strong but emotionally weak.
First thing first, why you walk on like I me hurt you first? Me do everything just to make you worse.
go end it like the 31st. Why you a try change my mind? Why you a want me not tell a long time? If you hurt me again, it's a go be the last time. Can't take it no more, so get out of my life. How you for do that? Got me asking who that never know us. So you say you betray me like a Judas. Got me wasting my time and believing your lies. Never know you woulda come and just mash up my life. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. Yeah, girl, you're toxic. How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. Girl, how you for toxic? How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in on my right side. Impressionist, girl, you two-faced with the mirror tricks. Me been good alone, you say you want to build a home. Now one next man I do the thing you say for me alone. Girl, you damage me so I never give me no glow. You make me give you everything and then you leave me solo. Lies. How you ever do that? Got me asking who that never know us. So you say you betray me like a Judas. Got me wasting my time and believing your lies. Never know you woulda come and just mash up my life. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. See girl, you're toxic. How you feel toxic? How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in my right side. You're toxic, toxic, toxic. See girl, you're so toxic. How you for coming on my life and give me white vibes and leave a knife up in my right side.
Me have a go so boom, me call it Honda. Me have a drive bike, me call the Honda. Which waffy war, me done that. Tout your girl, make you dead of hunger. Me head hot, when you feel say me fire. For people, when you feel say me buy up. Boy liar gone flat, wire down that. Gasoline with a tire round that. Me not play with people, no FIFA 14. First a floating, bleach and a soak film. Catch him by the bar, rum just a soaking. So me ease close scene, I'm them throat film. Nobody not safe when me mask up me face. When me say with that a dark up the place. And I search for your heart, left a space up my chrome like backing on me bicycle days. See them see me and frightened forget. I slide in a ace that I dive in a grave. Pin body in 92 place, never seem to amaze, so me game the another 8. The boy go all in and run out a lot. Pong out your shot and I pong out your gun. You coulda guard up, me take me out a dot. You still add ashes to dust. Me not care who with him, me eagle a pick him. Ride by Pana BMX and trick him. Me tick him, people a miss him. The boy body flip when me hit him. Me not talk, listen, the casket fit him. Ashes to ashes, dust next pin. Don't get a box, now me a kick him. Funeral psalms when me step in. Them say me shoulda left him, but me never pet him. Me catch him in a run a bag of chat, so me want him. Full of hoof and a cough and a cuff him. Them say me ended up, but now Jesus left him. Me have bad stuff, like peas in a kitchen. If we done with the whipping, start with the if a boy take it up, we make a jelly. The mic and the singing, you die for your shit.
OMG in the morning.
Yeah. Good morning. Mario, what you doing there? Somebody said you want doubles for real.
Hey, yo, I want doubles. I will not say no to doubles. So if anybody is sending a little doubles for the I and I in a Babylon, I see I left eye, right eye.
Mario, keep from you, boy.
No, I'm saying, I will eat that doubles. I don't care about that at all. Gotta let you know what's going on with Properly Vincy, because you know we properly up Vincy in here. So today, Jill, Shady take me down a little bit because this man ain't balancing me nice.
Me and Shady.
You the balance man, but that's all right. Don't touch it.
God, boy.
You know how we do it for independence? We Boom FM and IKTV celebrate independence in proper Vincy style, or vibes, or music, or food, or culture, or heritage, and the islands, man. Or Properly Vincy are you? Well, tune in at 12 p.m., 12 noon, daily, Monday to Thursday, and follow us on social media as well as we test your knowledge on Vincy for a chance to win prizes. Properly Vincy is proudly brought to you by Metrocent. We have got you covered. High Room June. Hold your own. And of course, Pharmacy Plus for supreme care and more. All right, we'll be going around the streets of Kingstown today as well, and giving away prizes on the lunch hour. Right, so if you see X outside with his Proper Living T-shirt and all of that, walk up to him and you can be live on air. And of course, next week we've got some big guests in the in the Proper Living segment. Trust me, when you see these guests, established gentle people, watch me. It's a whole scene. Plus, we're also doing something called Vincy Vibes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that up here right now. So that this is what's going on here. My buddy Puncher, as you can see him there. This happens every night. You can see it on IKTV. We did Swagger night before last. We've got Puncher was last night, and of course I think tonight there'll be Millennium Kid. All right, different areas in SVG, as you can see. The man, listen, the man locked down the Iron Man.
Oh my!
Man, I'm fed by the Iron Man. It's properly Vincy here.
It's OMG in the morning, man. It's OMG in the morning. So while we're still on the the issue of age of consent and minors, and you know what I mean, so much is happening. Persons are still, talking about this age of consent being, 15 is not good enough. We should move it up to about 18, and
I saw Evelyn say, Mario, the age of consent in Trinidad is 16.
Yeah.
Two things, huh?
Yeah.
The difference between 15 and 16 is huge.
Yeah.
First and foremost. But 16 isn't the right age either, huh?
Yeah.
But that age of consent didn't really matter to me, because my mom, she kept us in line. I could honestly say I wasn't active until late in life.
Right.
So, and the people that I was active with weren't active till late in life either. So I was just one of the lucky ones.
So I think Kingsley calling a while ago. Somebody is saying why Kingsley don't use his Tuesday night 2-hour program on another station or morning. I think he's saying Kingsley should use his program to also address those issues. I just want to refer you to something here that the UN Committee on the Rights of Child would have published. Okay? So in 2017, the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child noted in its concluding observation on the combined second and third periodic reports of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Committee on the Rights of Child that it was concerned, this is what the UN is saying, right? That it was concerned about the persistently high prevalence of child abuse, including neglect and physical, sexual, and emotional abuse and incest in SVG. Moreover, it was also concerned that child prostitution is frequently justified by families and child victims themselves as a mechanism for coping with poverty in SVG. So based on their observation, okay, if you notice, the conclusion is that child prostitution is frequently justified by the families and child victims themselves as a mechanism for coping with poverty in SVG. We have a caller, okay?
Wow.
Hello?
Oh, we missed that one. You see, that
I
statement.
thought that was first.
You
Yeah.
see that statement that you
Yeah.
just read there. Where did this come from? Sorry.
The UN committee.
We
We have a caller. Okay. Hello, caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kingsley?
Good morning.
This is Frank De Silva.
Oh,
Frank. Nice.
Now, last week or sometime, I tried to explain this thing about age of consent. And people keep going on. They refuse to educate themselves. People keep going on based on a myth, including the song from Jamaica, that this has something to do with old men and this and 25-year-old messing with young girls. The age of consent was changed for one reason only. It was girls and boys the same age having sex and getting babies. So then you would have to lock up a 16-year-old. I don't know why people get the idea that a girl could get pregnant at 14, but a boy 14 can't get her pregnant. I mean, even I used to think so until you get to the reason why they changed the age.
But
the majority, in my case alone, I'm telling you all, I am 15 and I got a cousin who's got a baby and he's 15 too. By the age of 30, I'm in Brooklyn and he's a grandfather. I said, but I start to cuss now. I said, but look how that girl they make he old already. He's 30 and he already has about 2-3 grandchildren because he had a girl going to, two of them were going to Bishop College in St. Vincent, pregnant. I got some relatives. I'm telling you, I mean, if it's my case alone, I got 3 of them. And I asked, this is when I started to say, but wait a minute. We're going off on a wrong limb here. I asked the pregnant, who they pregnant for? The boy who I'm going to school with. 3 of them, guys. 3 of them. So you start to reconsider. This is why the thing was changed. And then you go to America and you realize something. They have sort of similar situation, and you're saying it's in Trinidad. It is not because of that. It's because of the people who they say under age, the age of consent. And if the boy could get charged for rape, and put him the same age.
But Frank, even though you think that's justifiable?
No, like you miss it.
No, I'm asking.
If they are the same age, what the question you ask, you going to lock up the young fella, the 15-year-old too?
Yeah, but were you talking about a 30-year-old and a 40-year-old having intercourse?
No, let me get to that.
Yeah, he said
No,
that.
No, I understand that. I understand that. But we'll look.
But when it comes to this other, that is wrong. And those people should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. You see, the thing is, people are going off. The thing is that they did it. When we catch those people, they gone. But this thing, and so I was going to explain to you in America. One of these days, I'll pull up the thing. I got it handy somewhere.
Pull it up.
In some states, got it established as this way. If you're 14 and the boy is 19, it's rape. If you're 14 and the boy is 18, it is not rape. That is the same. You understand?
Yeah, it's called the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, we have
that until they get to like 21, then it doesn't matter. If they tell the girl get to 21, it doesn't matter anymore. But up to that age, they got different categories. Of this sort of thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Now the other thing you're talking, the UN, the UN and what?
Yeah,
that UN and St. Vincent thing is a bunch of crap. Let me tell you all something. The UN declared the United Kingdom a few years ago, somewhere around 2011, to the guilty of child abuse. You know what? Yeah, child abuse. You know what caused them to label the United Kingdom as having child abuse? To send your children to Sunday school was child abuse. You know, get some of this stuff and send it to you.
Yeah, get some of those stuff.
Now, the latest thing they have now, you see the latest thing the UN put out recently about children, about your child, that if your child is a boy and the child wants to be a girl, that you as a parent should shut up. It's child abuse.
The
so
children can dictate their gender.
Move the crazy self out.
Frank, I have.
You imagine them telling you that your child who is 5 and in America now, in kindergarten,
they can tell
coming up with some nonsense about. You could start to tell them how they feel in the body if they're a girl, and in fact, gentlemen, giving him
hormones
to change them, and you stop talking stupidness, to change them.
Frank, I have Winston here. Winston said there's a clause, Frank, with those consent ages. It's called the Romeo and Juliet clause that makes exemption if both are minors. You know anything about that?
Well, that's the same thing I'm telling you about.
Okay.
You see, but the thing is, after I used to karate. You see, that's why I went and asked my people and their mother who the hell because I vex. You understand? Only to hear his boyhood ever got caught with Bishop
Right,
Calibre.
yeah,
Right.
right.
What's the Lord of his mercy? I have to change my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go on too.
Yes.
When I have three close to me in school, they bright, and then I hear they pregnant. I say, what? I decide to find out who they're pregnant for because I want justice. Okay, guys.
All right, man.
thanks
Thanks
a lot,
very
man.
much, Frank.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
let's
we
have
have another
somebody
caller
else.
there?
People lighten
We
it
have a
up.
caller. Hello?
Oh, miss it. Probably went
please
into
call
queue.
back. Please
Definitely.
call back.
So, so you don't think that there's any merit to what the UN said there about it being a
Yeah, I
being
think
a
so.
way to
I
curb
think so.
poverty?
We have a caller here. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, quickly here, guys. Mario, you reach back from coffee.
Yes, I.
From
For good. I hear.
Could you guys remember that at once upon a time in St. Vincent, they wanted to say when your child is 15, 13 or 15 or somewhere there along the line, subject to correction, they could give consent to get married.
To get married?
That's something that this ruling government wanted to do.
But remember the age of
Right?
consent.
And I think a lot of people kicked against it and so forth there because I was one of them who spoke out about that too. Because you are telling me my daughter living in my house, she 15, I go walk in and tell me you go marry my daughter,
Yeah.
she could give consent to marriage.
But she could give consent to sexual intercourse.
Yeah, she could say she go in and spend a night by she boyfriend.
No, not in my house. I mean, if
Because-
you live in my house and so forth, you know, I'm still a parent.
But legally,
I think
she
that
can
is-
legally she could tell you,
But
Daddy, if you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
She going
well,
to
then
thing.
that's what I'm saying. I up to this day, I
Yeah.
call my kids every morning and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to do that they're good. My daughter's living with her mom,
Yeah.
the last one, and I know she's okay because I call them all the time and talk to them. No, there's not everything that I will know about them.
Yeah.
But once I know that they are okay
Yes.
and everything like that, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But until they could come and say something because they have known them for speaking out, because I always say if you don't want to talk to me, you can talk to him or talk to your brothers because they're older.
Yeah.
And I always push that in their head to speak to someone older within the household.
Yeah.
And if you get ignored there, then you must know how you're gonna do your stuff. So I never had these problems with my children and so forth. Right?
That's good. That's
And
good.
I thank God for that.
Yeah, you did a good job.
You know, I am blessed with 9 children. I am good brother.
Oh, wow.
Real house, man.
I tell you, I come and talk to you and get a potion.
and here, that is something I am not afraid to say because they are my kids, and I am not going to shun from that. You know, I am proud of them,
But
and I love my children.
like you making children since you're minor?
Like 56 years of age, you know.
I just pulling your legs. I just pulling your legs. But
I know that, but I am one of the proud father, and I just always stand up. You see, when stopping is like why hearing on the radio here about the 10-year-old and this and that,
Yeah.
them things just drive me.
Yeah,
Them things
it's
just drive me,
frustrating.
brother.
It's frustrating.
And I am feeling it for the parents who this is happening to. And if these are things that parents know about, they should not hide these things. These are things you cannot consent and allow to happen because you're mashing up our youngsters and you're mashing up our society. You know what I'm saying?
Quickly,
So
Charles. Sorry, go ahead. When you finish your point.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, what about that statement that Fernando just read from the UN that said that child prostitution is normally
frequently
used as a
justified
way,
by family, and child
as a way
victims.
to curb poverty.
Yeah.
So basically, is a way to eat her food.
Yeah.
Brother, you see me?
No, but do you think
that there's any
is
merit
the
to that kind
I
of
think-
statement?
I can't answer that.
I think so.
I can't answer that, but I would want to feel so because let me tell you, in Timbuktu, I don't know if you guys.
What are you saying, boy?
When I walk in town,
Mhm.
there is a lady. I just see she have one child and she breastfeeds.
Yeah.
She said that she begging for $1.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I want some money in my pocket. I just give her,
Right.
and I hoping that she's going to use it for those kids because I don't know what the woman is going through, and I've met a lot of people seeing that. You know, if I see a woman with 2-3 children and begging for $1, I think it's because she can't do better and she working and she have her children to look out for, and that is the only way of getting that are getting something for them to eat. But I will reach out. Because I just always, that woman has always put $1 in her hand. You understand? I don't know what they do if she's doing it just to use the children to gain that or what. But these are children, when you look at little boys, all wrong by way, tree house and them places, and yes, it's out, begging you for money and all that thing that actually coming out. You wonder if these kids have a home or if they have children.
But not even that, Charles. Even when you go to these parties, it's kids like joke.
Exactly.
And you wondering how could parents leave these kids out of a home this hour, allow them to be out of home?
But hang on, are you saying it's kids because we's old people? Or?
No.
I'm asking children.
Like
talking about children.
Like how old?
Reach 15 yet.
Never reach 15. I'm telling you.
15, them are 14 yet, Mario.
This is why I don't go out, you know.
And it is heartbreaking to know if these children have parents, and what is happening within the home. And our country right now is more like there's a lot of poverty about, so everybody trying to get $1 to get something to eat. You know, I am feeling for the kids and so forth with on the street and don't have nothing and what. I am so proud that I always tell people I'm a jack of all trades. I do my nothing. And I make ends meet, and my children grow up, and I thankful for that. They all big now. I looking at my grandchildren them. I thank that I have a heart that I could go and carry my grandchildren.
There you go.
It's not everybody like me. And when I meet children on the beach, I just take children and care to give them a right of themselves because they love it and they don't know what it is, and that's what I use my heart for to make children happy. You call me for about the past or something like that, I will go. With children, and I love dealing with that. You know, so that's how it is. So I would leave you with this, Mario.
Yes, man.
You let me down yesterday. I was a bit disappointed with you.
What did I? Oh gosh, what did I do?
You have been invincible.
Oh Lord.
You have roamed the Grenadine Island with TikTok.
Shots of fire.
That was.
Hold him so, Charles. Hold him so.
That was done for comedic purposes.
Charles the Lion. Charles, you don't even know the national dish.
So here these guys asking you about the Grenadines and 5 of the Grenadine Island.
Can't name 5.
Hey,
Mario, you let me down.
I call all of them. I said the Grenadines. That's all the.
I want them to tell you must take this. And then you want to jump and shady.
Hold him so, Charles.
Union man.
Yeah.
Shady is a union man.
Yes.
I tell you how they go. You understand? Shady is one of those people I open because you want to read for them.
Alright,
so let me down, man, because we took you out. When you had just started to know Vince, took you out. You have the best time you ever had is on TikTok.
Oh God, so, you know, hey, cut off this man.
Charles,
cut him off like Hamo. Cut him off like Hamo.
Charles, good boy.
I will tell you about it more about it.
Alright, Charles, thanks, man. Oh God, Mario, you hear that? What in your skin? Somebody say big up yourself, Horseman. Angela says most of them be out with their mother.
Wow.
Cause the mother have those kids at a young. Cause the mother have those kids at a young age.
I saw somebody says to get a little piece of cheese to go with the bread
that must
and
be eating. That's why they're
doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
But even Mario, when I was in the US, you know, as big as and old as I may look, they want ID.
Of course.
They want ID. And I don't know. I just feel like back then, still in St. Vincent, they used to have a time where persons were like, no, you're too young to be in here. I just like, I feel so. I
feel so?
Just like I'm remembering that.
I see bare young children buying beers.
And that's another thing again. Mary, I think some of the parents, they're very slack, eh? They're very slack.
Well, I don't know, because when I was younger, I used to go and buy cigarettes and alcohol for my parents and my uncle.
The phone is blowing up. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
Yeah, Eddie?
Yes.
Yeah?
Morning, happy Wednesday.
Good day.
I open my presentation.
Oh, jeez, and brother, you're starting with your you hear? Yeah, so you're starting with an intro and you're going into that and then you're concluding.
Well, matter of fact, let me back up. The opinion in this comment here is Max alone. It's nothing to do with boom.
Right.
If I want to come and see me, my lawyer them turn up. So here what now? I'm going to start my thing with saying after 12 is lunch, after 10 is break, after 12 is lunch.
That's some nasty man talk. That's nasty man talk.
Nasty man talk, exactly my point. And I'm glad you said that, Marion, and I'm glad you not clap me in the mouth with that. If I was in front of you and I said that, I would show up back. Them up the morning, me put me in some bench and because a nasty man talk.
The man being sarcastic.
No.
He's being sarcastic.
A man went on the Trinidad program, Mario, and said, what you know, what you do? And the man went to tell me, to ask him, man, what is somebody between 13 and 18? And there was a teenager. And the man answer and say, a big person. And the man proceed to say, after 10 is break, after 12 is lunch. And people under the comment and we're going to be kiki with that.
Yeah.
And I said I was ashamed to be of intention because my Trinidad brethren who was flight to Federal Express, and he was in college together, big up yourself, everyone. My Trinidad brethren who's a pilot to Federal Express, messaged me and said, big man, we cannot ask me inside this one and tell me because the man wife is of intention, so he just follow the intention thing. And I make a post and said, shame to be of intention in that moment, and somebody, funny enough, if I ain't going to give them no platform for anything. For a program, and me calling the program, and he said, Maxwell, come and say you shame to be of intention. And I explained what I just explained to all to him. And a caller after me, call and say, why they have me on the radio station, they must send one for me because I told them 10 minutes with my foolishness.
No.
Can you believe that?
Nah, it's crazy.
Can you believe that?
It's crazy.
So when we had the mindset in our head, from thinking small, I hear them things, and after 10 days break, after 12 days lunch, and when I was old enough to understand what I mean, I say, you cannot make them money at the pan. And we condone in them things they know. Let me go to the thing with United Nations where they say poverty and people prostituting the children to curb poverty. We not only have poverty in St. Vincent, quote unquote from our Prime Minister, we have extreme poverty. Therefore, it's safe to assume that we have extreme prostitution of children. We're not putting things in place to curb poverty. Therefore, we are aiding and abetting child rape and child prostitution.
That's true.
If I really dig deeper in I think. Now, the age of consent, in my opinion, should be raised.
Yeah, for real.
But to me, the age of consent should not matter if we are parents to our children. You have to teach your child what they have between their legs is valuable. You have to teach your children sex is absolutely amazing, but right now you have to be a child.
That's true.
If a man step to my 14-year-old daughter right now, my daughter know how to be with me because they don't tell my daughter, look, my man can't come tell you nothing. That you don't already talk to you about and how mother might I ask. Big up my wife, she's a Trini as well. God is a Trini, and I believe that because you know what I'm saying? So we have to take ownership of what we do in general. Even the school for boys, that's not saying the school is there. People abandon boys, you know, you get people that got this and target them because boy before the morning and night and carry them here and there and where they want with them.
It's crazy, man.
And they carry them back and the authority knows about these things, but nobody doing nothing about it. Look at you all get his birth now in hospital. And nobody not the girl don't want to tell people who the father is. St. Vincent is a comedy place. Everybody know.
Yeah, they know what's happening.
It's Maxwell. Fernando, it's Maxwell a name called, which I never hear girl. Only thing I have to do is force me, Baila, to give all your DNA sample. Spit, any kind of thing. Get DNA sample from the child now and send it to Trinidad. And if it come back, it's my youth. Statutory rape. Simple as that. So it's a lot of things you make an excuse for, but these things are very simple. It's my name called because guess what? It's me and somebody woman. Go down Canawan.
Yeah.
A tiny first boat reach back mainland. Everybody don't know. Maxine down the hill and a black sand here to the fancy have a flip flop, you have a white. Fake gold shade. But I don't know who the father before the child is. Come on, we're making too much excuses for nastiness.
That's right. Thanks, Max. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a sad reality. I just hope we curve it.
Yes.
And first step to solving a problem is acknowledging the problem.
Yes.
And thank you guys for acknowledging the problem because if we continue to ignore problems, things would never fix. And the reason why we are here today is because we ignore a lot of problems over the years. In hopes that they would go away. We have to acknowledge the problem in order to fix them.
Very good point. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, that's some very good point. I hear Winston is saying That's a common saying, and it's very disturbing. Where you say after 12 is lunch.
And all
Yeah,
that.
that's a very disturbing. The another thing where I see Mario, and I find disturbing is oftentimes you see parents they have these children, but they don't know what their children are doing on social media. You know, you have a child. I can't understand how a child 12 years old could have a social media account, a phone with a password, and you as the parent don't check it out.
Right.
And we have a lot of that in society.
Did you have the passwords to your kids?
Of course. I have my daughter. Of course.
Just
I took it away already, and the mom was quite upset, you know. And I said, but you're not even checking what the child is doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not bashing her, but sometimes these parents, you know, they give the child a tablet hoping that he will just relax and don't create any problem. And I think that is a problem. As well, we have parents who are not parents. We have when mothers and, how can I put it? But let me say parents, but they're not parents. They don't have the parenting skill, that ability. You know what I mean? They make the children. They make the children, but they don't have the ability to really, you know, deal with that child. And sometimes as a society, we need, you know, the system in place to help.
Morning, you're live on Boom.
Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
To everyone
Thank you.
on the studio. Could you please, in between, give out the number?
The number for the studio?
Yes.
Okay,
because
definitely.
I want to call a long time and I
All
could
right.
But you call us.
No. She's saying that she had to get it in a roundabout way. We will remember to always pick up the number so that people can hear it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, but what I want to say definitely is a heavy topic and a truthful topic. And when I speak about those things, people get upset. Because one of the things I observe that we Vincentians don't like to face the truth when it's very tough and hard. And we in order to get situations solved and the country to come back better, we have to face reality. That the truth is the truth and what can we do about it?
Yes.
And how we must go about it. How can it be better? The part that you speak about giving consent when you're 16 years old. In the Caribbean country and different place, they try to bring it on to give consent to children.
Yeah.
That when children start to rebel, they want to walk out your house, come back when you want, go here, go there, not only for sex, but get on with it. Like, walk out, come back any hour, any time. You understand? I have a situation where my teenagers start to get in the bed and they want to go and come out, and I say no. Where I was, where they are now, too, they have a law. If you beat them, they go 3 months in jail. I pay $500. But nevertheless, I never afraid to beat them. Okay? But the point is this, that I go to the law because they say they have the right. And the point is I go to the law. Or talk to a police and say, you know, I want to help me in the situation that if I get myself in trouble, that, you know, this is what's going on.
Right.
And they turn to me and tell me, well, they're 16 years old, so they can get, they can make choices and go get consent.
Yeah.
I say like to them, straight to the face. I said, the only how I bring up that lady, because you yourself in government, in police, want to go after them. So therefore, you are put the law to suit yourself. And they watch me. Send the secret. I say yes. And I get mad. And I catch the ferry. And I go to the main office from the other country, island. And I went in and said, what kind of law I have this? And I said, you cannot have a 16-year-old child in a home where the mother or the parents or the father have to support that child. Send it to school. That time they're going to school, right? Send it to school. Going home, going to work. Have to supply everything. When they get in trouble, I come and knock in their door.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
And you telling me that they could make their own choices. But let me tell you something.
That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. If it's so, please come and take them out my house.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Because I mind them and support them.
Yeah. It's a
And look
problem.
after them and send them to school.
It's a problem.
Because me tell you, I plain.
Yeah.
Me ain't going to mind no children
Yeah.
when me can talk to
Yeah.
and where you can.
And Carla, that's a very, very important point, because oftentimes you go to the authorities and they might tell you can't do that, but they can't help you in any other way. So they can only say you can't discipline that child, you can't talk to this child, so you can't. But at the end of the day, they can't help you to deal with your child.
They can't help you because cut the path straight. Anyway, they later couple of months, they carry it up. You understand me?
Yes.
And the point is this, they was going to youth, they come home after 11 o'clock, youth over 9 o'clock. It's a village, it was a village set of girls. So the father come and said, Miss, my daughter, I said, no, we own children in reach yet. Cut it down. They went and they find that my must another youth home. But hey, they're smart, no. They went and look for the guy, the council. And the guy in council come with them. And knocked my door. And told me that, remember the law. I said, what is the law? If you beat them, they 3 months in prison. And a $500 and $500.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Carla, you gotta wrap it up, okay? Sorry to.
Okay, so I say quickly. I say quickly.
Yes.
Okay, I understand you, and I say the same thing, but you have to mind them. But nevertheless, cut it down. I wait until next morning when she wake up. I beat them. I said, go to the guy that You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Even though they have love, we parents have to take a godly stand, because the Bible says, spare not the rod and spare not the child. That is Bible. They have to abuse them. You understand me? And the last point in my rapping, what happening to the young people today, under age and no age, is because of poverty. Poverty because the mother, the parents in our country, where I am now, that is give the children to the men to go use for get money. Also give them to send them school. You can have them, but you pay the school fee, look after them, and these things are happening, taking place. So I pray that this nation will come back to the place, because it is serious, strictly poverty are taking place, that they are prostituting the children, and mothers are prostituting the children to survive in this land.
All right, thank you very much for that point. So there's some serious issue where that is concerned, and how you can really go about getting your child in the right direction.
Wow. That caller basically agreed with the point of the prostitution to curb poverty and stuff as well.
That's what the person is saying.
Like, wow.
And then even when you look, you would notice those kids that are being abused are normally those who come from very poor family and stuff. In terms of the majority, I'm not saying those with money, but you can see poverty plays a role. Winston said poverty is a poor excuse. Donkey years ago, it did.
have enough
it
poverty.
did have enough poverty, and the society was not as it is now. But we used to have a lot of these things in back in there. When
How you know
Stanley
that?
Crab- No, because I know family members who would tell me based on their experience and
Yeah.
based on what they would have
Alright.
seen
See,
transpire.
back then it didn't have social media.
Yeah, we
so a lot of
didn't.
people-
Yeah, it
think
wasn't.
it's
It
not-
wasn't.
it's- yeah,
It wasn't
it's more
that-
exposed
it
now,
was
you're
more
thinking?
exposed now. We're more exposed now.
Let's take a quick break because we are
we are close
we
to
are
the-
we are at break time. So we'll take a break
Alright.
and come back here on OMG in the morning. Keep it tuned in as we keep you informed and entertained.
At Cashways, we buy, sell, and trade almost anything of value. Get cash for gold same day. The highest prices on jewelry, gold, silver, and diamonds are available at Cashways. Bring in items in good working condition.
But wait, there's more! Save big on Ashley and occasional furniture pieces. Get up to 40% off Remax Children's Furniture. Take up to 25% off Restonic mattresses. And save up to 40% off select lounge, dining and bedroom pieces. No cash, no problem. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay nothing for 30 days. Hurry! This offer's for a limited time only. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
This is from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
The evolution of radio. Boom 1069.
Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home, home. Somebody take me home. So many places in the world, so many beautiful things to see, but none of it compares to home. I'm from paradise, SPG. So from the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vincy, put your hands up high and let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Wave and say, wave and say. Take a drive to the countryside. Drop the window and feel the vibe. There's no other place I'd rather be. Me Vincy girl by my side. I tell them all the while, we don't have no gold in our oil, but we have wonderful people, rich with beautiful smiles. From the hills to the mountains, high, high, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you're proud to be Vincy, put your hands up high and let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine.
quantum loop, holly, holly. So when you're watching me, seems like you're getting paid. Put quantum loop, holly, holly. Hey boy, I dare you to come and take a wine on me. Don't mind them, just jam it on me. I come to party, so make sure you could handle this. They watching, we wine it all, mind their business. Last by them way, last got them way, last by them way, keep my back, me some way. Last by them way, last got them way, last by them way, keep my back, me some way.
OMG in the morning. Morning.
Why not Trini? We did the practice fine.
Man, you seems to have so much energy now, man. You seems to have. Yeah, man. Winston is bigging up Kiki. Winston says she has, a beautiful voice. Randy is saying Shady make you.
Shady Bongsman.
They say Shady Winston is saying make sure you drop a mason before you leave, okay?
Of course.
Angela coming with the same thing, you know. You see them union people, they overbearing now. Them union is serious, you know. We have a nice comment here from Preston. Preston is saying, my music too loud or is it?
It's loud, yeah. But I'm saying Shady got a balance because you were paying attention. Something wrong with you.
No, God, I can't learn everything in one day. Preston is saying, guys, I would like to say thank you to Boom for giving us here in the UK. Something just show up and the thing just blocking me. I don't like these things, you know. Okay, yeah. So he said for giving us here in the UK the opportunity to interact. As of 3 weeks now, it's not possible to listen to online radio. So on behalf of all who interacted with Boom on Facebook, many thanks, much appreciated. Preston, respect.
Yes,
Angela, big up yourself. Bernadette is saying there is nothing wrong with being your children friend. I am friends with my children.
Yeah.
With that, you have to remember that you are the parent.
Exactly.
So that is very
exactly.
important.
And Shady, you really think that it was as prevalent as it is now, just in the background, no? Because of no cameras all over the place and all that.
Man, when we're having fun, time flies.
But what does that say about? Because if it's been always prevalent, then that's always been the mindset.
Well, Winston is saying it was not that prevalent. It was not that prevalent. Winston is saying, I'm not saying it didn't exist, but not to the height where it is now.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, I man, it is time.
Yeah, time for us to sign out.
Time for us to sign out. Let me see.
Make our way with Jill. Jill's going to be coming up at 10 o'clock with the Shade Room. And to remind you guys, let me put Puncher back on here so you can see. Tonight you can check out. It's Rhymer tonight, not Millennium Kid. Rhymer tonight on Vincy Vibes, IKTV at 8 p.m. Millennium Kid, I think, is tomorrow. That's how it is, buddy. Big it up. Check out IKTV if you've got cable. If not, check out the IKTV Facebook page, and of course, I think it'll be played on Boom's Facebook page as well.
Yes.
Compliments, Pharmacy Plus, Hyrule and Hold Your Own, and of course, Murchison General Insurance.
Yes.
And I'm hearing that Digicel going and do a little thing too with us.
All right,
so
big up.
That's the real scene. But before I go, I'd like to say big respect to Dean. Big up on yourself. And of course, this is a Pier 1 weekend. It's a Vibes whole weekend. There's a place called Pier 1 out in but that's down in a Villa side down there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Where Iguana used to be.
Buddy, it's the place. Listen, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're talking about vibes right through Pier 1. Yeah,
wow.
Man, check it out. I'll give you some more information. Trust me. Good vibes, good people, good atmosphere.
I think anything with Pier 1 does be a good vibe. Because Pier 1 used to be upstairs, up so too, you know. I remember that. Mario might know.
Hey, there's a place in Pier called Pier 1 in Trinidad too. That was the place to be as well. Lots of concerts.
You see?
Come on, man. That's a real deal. Yeah, so big up the crew at at Pier 1. It's a Pier 1 weekend. That's right. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look, Pier 1, that's the place to be. Thank you so much to everybody that contributed, though. And I know it's uncomfortable sometimes, but discussing topics that are important and that create change, it'll push people into the uncomfortable zone sometimes.
That's what we need to do, boy. Too much of people to comfortable, Mario, boy.
But that's how you foster change and growth. You have to be able to, although you're uncomfortable, get over that.
Yes.
You know, and not think that it's a personal attack. Because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean that Fernando's trying to make me uncomfortable. He's just expressing ideas.
Exactly.
You know, that's just how it is. So big respect to everybody, man. The entire Facebook family. Thank you so much.
Remember to tell a friend, you know, that friend could tell a friend that we are live.
Tag up the things.
Tag up the thing. We're live on Boom 106.9 OMG.
Yes, I.
From Monday to Friday. Yes. And tell a friend that Mario is back from. I want to say Calvary, you know.
Calvary. From rescuing the princess.
From rescuing the princess. That's right.
From rescuing the princess.
It's me.
But folks, you know, it was really a pleasure. Everybody who called, all who tuned in, who didn't call, you know. Who message on, WhatsApp, Facebook, everybody, man. You know, peace out. Are we out?
Mason.
What were you gonna say?
Mason.
Mason. Wait, come off the people.
Mason.
I could turn off the mic now, boy.
Take things off.
Levitate, 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 levitate. I don't wanna let you down.
I think somebody's calling and we could take the call. Hello? Sherry, we have a caller. Hello? I think pause again. I think the pause. Let's take one more call. Okay, caller, please call back. I think we have the call. It's going off, boy. What happened here? Huh? Let me see. Levitate. Okay. Hello? Sherry, we have them now? Hello? Caller? Oh, you want to leave? Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Max. Is Max?
Yeah, I want to leave all with this Bible verse here.
Oh, okay.
As far as child abuse and data content. 1 Corinthians 7:26 of the King James Version. It said, but if any man think that he behaveth himself uncommonly towards his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age and need to require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not. When you research what the flower of her age means, the flower of her age is when she first begins to menstruate. So if, according to the Bible, if a girl has menstrual cycle, the man could go out to see. Now why me just burn out time in religion, no? Because a lot of people go read that and take that literally and see it morally right to go sleep with a young girl because she has to see cycle. Now me say why your Bible.
Max, that's your interpretation of what the Bible is saying.
Interpretation, but I just tell her what the Bible says, and if you research what does the flower of her age mean. The flower of her age, quote unquote, is when she first begins to menstruate, and this usually occurs around the age 12 or 13.
We're going to follow up on that tomorrow, Max. All right?
Yeah, man.
Respect. All right, respect, man, respect. All right, bye once again. I know we were supposed to end this, but all right. Thanks.